Welcome back to the podcast. We're so happy to get back in this room with our amazing guest, Alex Paquin. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. So ready to get this going.
Fuck yeah.
Is this your first pod?
Yeah, this is my first
Woo!
podcast.
Hey, inaugural pod for Alex. I like that. I like that.
Exactly.
Well, thanks for coming in. I mean,
Yeah.
it's awesome to have somebody as funny and as talented as you
Thank you.
sitting
Thank
across
you.
the table.
I
You know what I
appreciate
mean?
that. That's
Yeah,
very
no problem.
kind.
Yes.
Yeah, the only way I could figure out how to put you down was just as talent. Because
I appreciate that. I'm doing things. At first I was like, talent, what does that mean? But you said it so much better than I thought it in my head, so thank you.
Yeah, I mean, aside from comedy, what are the other things that you've been doing?
So right now I'm a writer, I'm an actor, comedian, as you guys know,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm also a chef during the
Ooh,
day,
very nice.
cooking food and
Oh,
serving
wow.
people.
Oh,
Very
nice.
very
That's
nice.
plenty of food,
Yeah.
plenty of mouths
Yeah,
to
exactly.
feed there.
Well, I've noticed just by you saying that, that's just 4 different ways to be creative.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where it's just like acting, talent,
Mhm.
cooking, not talent. You know what I mean?
Talenting
writing.
is talent.
It's all talent, yeah.
Writing.
No,
You know
really,
what I
though.
mean? And it's a good way to just kind of express yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mhm.
And that's what I kind of wanted to get into first. Like, where are you from? Do you have any siblings? Family situation. Like, how's
Yeah.
that going?
So I'm from
Hell
Springfield,
yeah.
born and raised.
Hell yeah.
I moved all over the city, so I've lived in pretty much every neighborhood.
Nice.
I've been in the area for my entire life, except for some time here and there. And I do have a half sister. Shout out to Kasia.
Hey, shout outs.
Shouts
Shout
out. We met when I was 19,
Nice.
and I rolled up to her high school graduation, and we're cool now.
Yep.
So that's nice.
Oh, that's
Hell yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
No
Oh no.
way.
Who are you?
No
The map.
way, dude.
Oh,
It's
no.
haunted.
Fucking
It knows I'm gonna talk about my fucked up family.
We've had this haunted
No, it's
sculpture.
That's wild.
We've had
You
this
need
haunted
help?
sculpture for so long. It's
I
just
need
that
help.
one.
Yeah, you
thing.
gotta stick the tack in. I
I
can't
hit it low.
believe
I put it lower. I put it lower. Oh man, that's funny. All right.
Oh, yeah, right in the middle, not in the
There we
front.
go.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna add that to my list
Holy-
of talents.
Yeah. You just
Wow.
you just got hit by the whole West Coast.
I
It
think
That's
was-
cool. That's cool. I take that.
Yeah.
There's
That's-
other places I wouldn't want to be
that's
hit by.
Exactly.
You literally last week we were in there. He said something about being scared that something was gonna fall down while we were potting. No, you said it earlier about the plaque.
Yes.
Oh, to bring this up real quick,
Oh,
Barry
yeah.
Pinsky. I know you can't see it on the cameras yet, but if we can get a video from the producers in here, I'll put it in later. Barry Pinsky made us this very awesome hand carved plaque. I don't know if you
Beautiful.
do you know Barry?
No.
Have you met him?
No.
So he's a Vermont comic. He's
Ooh.
pretty new into comedy,
Mhm.
and yeah, he's a wild artist.
Fuck yeah,
We
Barry.
we went to his house.
Mhm.
His entire house is art. From outside, it
Yeah.
looks like a shop,
Mhm.
like a wood carving shop.
Mhm.
When you walk in, I mean the flooring, the bathroom, dude, he's got
Fuck yeah.
oak coming down the walls
love
and
that.
vines. It's
Good
just
for Barry.
so much
Yeah.
beautiful carving. It was awesome.
Yes.
Shout out.
So
to
thank
Barry.
you, Barry,
Shout out to
for
Shout
that.
out to Barry, for sure.
But I had something I wanted to bring up.
Yeah,
You won Rookie of the Year in 2023.
I did.
Yo!
I did.
I mean, how does that feel? It's just kind of the
Oh, it
recognition
felt
that you
incredible.
deserve. Yeah.
It fluffed my ego for
Yeah.
6 to 9 months, and every
yeah.
time someone brings it up, so thank you.
Oh, that's
resurgence.
Yeah,
We'll keep bringing
absolutely.
it up.
I have it in a spot in my house where I'm like,
Nice.
I don't know if you've seen my trophy.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, it was cool. I wasn't expecting it either.
I got my first little ounce of validation at the show Friday
Yeah.
night. That was cool.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, how did that feel?
So it's wild because I literally told him, I came off the stage, I'm like, dude, I bombed.
Mm.
He was like, no, you were fine. I'm like, nah, I'm about to get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I stand up, and then the host yells at me, don't you dare fucking leave.
Okay.
I'm like, fuck, I got caught.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry.
15 minutes later, Jazz goes, Damien and Vince tied.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, I have to go home. I'm like,
Yeah.
we're not doing another round of this.
Exactly.
No.
So Jazz was like, you know what? You're both on the next one. Fuck
Nice.
it.
There you go.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's
Right.
awesome.
It worked out.
It was
Mhm.
awesome. It was awesome.
Nice.
But do you remember your first open mic ever?
Yeah, yeah,
Where was it?
absolutely. My first open mic was at the Majestic Saloon
Very
in
nice.
Northampton,
Nice.
and like I was invited to go by Ange Buxton, who was running it
Yep.
at the time.
Yep.
And like I was so nervous to go. My ex was like, "If you go up, like I'll do a set as well." And like to give him kudos, I like told a story about when we first met,
Very nice.
and I accidentally gave myself bacterial vaginosis.
Oh shit!
It's very real, very Americana, you know.
Happens to everybody.
It does. But yeah, it was good. And like I remember Jazzman specifically was like disappointed that I didn't know about Drag Race at the time, because
Yeah.
like I know it existed and it still does, but like I couldn't like name the people on the screen. He was like straight like
Yep.
boo, but
That's
yeah.
And was it so? Was your first time up? What was like? So were you in theater before you got into stand up?
No,
Oh,
no, theater
okay.
came after for
So
sure.
your heart was.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
my hands were sweating.
Yep.
I was in a ridiculous outfit. Like I was just so nervous. Like my hands would get so sweaty to the point where I was like convinced I'd drop the microphone. Never
Oh.
happened, luckily, but definitely very nervous.
Were you
Yeah.
were you there that night at Bishop's when the mic cable was coming loose on Eric?
No, but I
Christ.
feel you, my brother. Like it
Yeah,
happened
it
to
was-
me.
it was-
This was all we could hear.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
That's all we could hear, and he just kept getting worse.
Yeah.
He was up there,
That's when you just say fuck
full on
it.
cerebral palsy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I look real Michael J. Foxy up there.
That's when you just like project. Just
Yes.
say fuck the mic.
Yeah.
Project.
Exactly.
You were out there like the cameraman following Forrest Gump
Yep.
down that road.
That's it. No, and
happens.
so you ran the Majestic Mic forever.
No.
Afterwards?
No.
After
so
Ange?
there was this whole scandal that happened, and they needed a new host for the open mic, and
Yeah.
they were like, "Do you want to do it? You've done it in the past," because I would like guest host, and I was like, "Yeah, absolutely, I'd love to do that." But I stopped hosting after like 3 months because it was just too much
Yeah.
for me personally with everything else going on in my life,
sure.
and like I haven't been to the Majestic in almost 2 months because of
Really?
rehearsals. Yeah.
Well, hey, yeah, at least you're doing something that you love.
You're
Yeah.
working on a new show?
Yeah, so I'm going to
Love
be
it.
in this play. It premieres at City Space
Ooh.
in East Hampton next
Wicked
month.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Wicked cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
thank you.
Where's City Space?
So City Space is in East Hampton. It was the City Hall, and I think it was like a police station at one point in time, but it's this huge building. You can't miss it, like big
Nice.
bell tower and everything like that.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's pretty cool.
I feel like I live in East Hampton. I
Yeah.
feel like I should know this
Are you
building.
familiar with Big E's? the
Yes.
grocery
Yeah,
store?
of course.
You can,
Oh,
like, throw a
the
rock.
church right across from.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, no. Okay, so let's say you're at the light and Big
Okay.
E's is on your right, right?
Okay. Yep.
And then you like take that right turn and go all the way
Yep.
before you go onto the Rotary.
No.
Go to Northampton or
Yep.
I don't know, whatever the fuck is that way, the other side of Northampton. There's like another
New City.
giant building
Yeah.
Yeah.
right there on the Rotary. It's a City Space.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So how many people are involved in that production?
So
Oh, I
as
know.
of right now, oh god,
I know the building.
I'm like trying to count. I think there's like 6 to 7 actors, director, and then like a stage manager right
Yep.
now. But we're in the middle of devising it. So
Nice.
what that means is like every time we meet, we're working on the script, and then eventually it'll be a solid thing that we perform.
Nice.
And we're gonna like add people in
So
to
you're-
build stuff.
So it's growing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so cool. I love art like that.
So do you ever ad lib and stuff like that? Because you're great at crowd work and improvising.
Thank you.
When we see you go up
Oh,
on the
yeah.
stage
Mhm.
all the time, your crowd work is so good.
Thank you.
Like what's burned into our memory
Mhm.
is you remember when
Oh my God.
Fisty Joe
Oh my God.
ate
Oh, Fisty Joe.
ate that Oreo that you had in your bra for your whole
Yes.
set.
You had that was like
Yes,
a
I
6-minute
do.
like that cookie was
It was
cooking.
warm. It was a toasted cookie. I gave him my cookie and he liked it.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
definitely after the cookie.
He
I
bring-
promise you.
Yo, this
Promise you that.
guy brings back Oreos every Thursday, just hoping you want to do that
No,
again.
really though. Yeah, because like I would say like a couple months ago he came up to me and he was like, "Yo, like I got the peanut butter one, I'm like, my favorite." But then like he was like, "You can have the whole thing if you sit next to me." I'm like, "No,
Oh,
That's-
you can take
hey,
those. I'm
oh,
good."
That's
Like,
a lot.
they-
That's a lot cheaper than $300 for tickling feet. Let me tell you.
Honestly, like he'd probably pay to tickle feet. Like I could see that.
Don't
What if
do it.
Oh no, ew no. But sometimes capitalism, but no.
Oh, it's crazy. Like what's sold out there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Insane. I mean, it's crazy to me just because I will bring him back to Fisty Joe is.
Fisty. I don't even know when he started going by that. I feel like we should have had a conversation about it.
True.
Is he fisting?
That's what I. Yes.
Oh, now you're interested.
See,
No.
no.
No, I'm
I didn't.
scared.
I didn't know if he just misspelled feisty.
Ooh.
You know what I'm talking? Feisty Joe.
That's true.
You know,
I
and
could
it-
be
and
yes.
it's
feisty.
and it's
I'll
just-
be feisty, he be fisty.
Yeah. you
Yeah.
would.
I'm gonna have a gang real soon. It'll be like him, Tony. Like, it's
Oh
just
my
gonna
gosh.
grow.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Fiery
that,
Tony.
That squiggle joke that you tell about Tony making you pregnant is absolutely killer too.
Well, you
It's
know
just
what's
the
nice
squiggle,
is,
and you
like-
could use that on anybody that
Yeah,
fits the picture.
Exactly.
You know what I'm talking
yeah,
about?
I'm like, who's the most like standout person in the room
yes,
right
yes,
now?
yes, yes. The dude that doesn't shut up the whole show.
Yeah, exactly.
Love you, Tony. Shut up.
Like,
No,
I
yeah,
really
he's growing on us.
He is. He's a good
Honestly,
guy.
that's the
He's a
thing.
good guy.
Like, he talks too much, and he like heckles by accident.
Yes.
But he's very harmless to
Yes.
me, and
Yeah.
he's always really kind and like
No, yeah,
very
he's-
supportive. And I
he is
like
very
don't have
supportive.
any negative notes. It's just sometimes like, shh, stop talking.
He's very in touch with his emotion. He comes across
Yeah.
as like a Sasquatch,
Mhm.
but he's not. He's a
Mhm.
lovable Sasquatch.
Yeah.
He really is.
Absolutely.
You ever seen the show My Name Is Earl?
Yes.
No, I know it exists.
Can you pull that up for
I
us,
promise.
please?
Bring us,
I know
like,
it exists.
A combo of all.
Like,
the
I know he
characters.
looks like Earl.
Yes,
for
yes,
sure.
Yes, yes, for sure. And it's crazy because you meet so many unique characters in the comedy scene,
Mhm.
and they just keep coming. You know what I mean? I mean, even the new comedians come up; they all have their own personalities. And
Mhm.
You gotta love it, and it's pretty
Second
crazy
one.
out here. It's insane. So
Just
which
click the
there's
second one.
So many different people.
No.
Like good and bad.
Yes.
Brother.
Exactly.
I
Just
do
my
like the
name.
really
Click my
bizarre
name.
ones,
Yes.
but then I don't want to talk to
There
them
you
all the
go.
time.
Yes.
I don't know if I have that face or what, but
Yeah.
people
My
just,
name is
like,
Earl.
Come to talk to me,
Yeah.
and then I don't know how to get out of it,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, yeah.
Yep. But
Cool.
I'd consider you a veteran in the comedy scene. How long you been around?
Thank you. I'd say like just over a year and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
See, it doesn't come across like that at
Thank
all.
you.
Yeah, I would really
Just
say
pull
like
up
4
the-
years.
the-
four
like
years
the
plus,
image
just
of
your
the show.
comfort.
I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I started doing improv.
So look, Jason Lee and Ethan Suplee. Tell me
Yeah.
that's not. If you combine
Yeah,
those into one
absolutely,
person,
That's their love child.
that's Tony.
Yes, I could see that.
You got to
Yeah.
see like click on like an actual. Just go to images for me, because the main cover of the show
for
is
sure.
yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
That's great.
I love you,
that's it
Tony.
right there. Absolutely.
That's funny as hell.
Oh man.
Shout out to Tony. Tony.
Tony O'Brien.
I feel like he's eating mayonnaise right now. I don't know why, but specifically mayonnaise with a smile.
A spoonful of mayo.
Oh, that's wild.
I really want to I can't really do impressions, but I want to know how to do Yzma. Because then
Oh.
I could really lean into the whole
Yes,
Yzma
Yzma
and Kronk thing.
Yes, I do. I love that
Oh,
joke
just
too. That's
I need to do it. I'm just gonna be in the mirror like, you got this.
Just you gotta watch The Emperor's New Groove at least like 7 times
Yeah.
in a row before you go on stage, and you'll have it. You'll have
Exactly.
it. And Tony just sounds like Kronk anyways, so
Mhm.
it's great.
Kronk if he's smoked cigarettes
Yeah.
for fucking 30 years.
And lived at a Fish concert for 20 of
That's
those things.
That's the Emperor's New Groove 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, for real.
Yeah.
We'll throw him on there.
There we go.
Yes.
We're putting it out into the world right now.
Go.
Tony O'Brien.
Yeah.
Do you hear this, Disney? Call Bob Iger. Hello.
That's great. No, but so what do you think is the best thing about our comedy scene in this area?
I think the best thing that I've experienced is I always feel welcome. There might be days where there's people that I don't really feel comfortable
Yes.
around, or
Yeah.
maybe they're not my cup of tea, but I've never felt really othered in
Yeah.
spaces. I did go through periods of time where I had a hard time with the Nook because it's so male dominated, and every once in a while it's I don't want to be a part of this, but I've noticed that because I haven't been able to really branch out a lot. But whenever I go to Connecticut, I feel like there's more of a competitiveness and everybody's sizing each other up, and I feel like a lot of people in Western Mass it's kind of a hobby, a fun thing to do to get out of the house and just be silly for a period
Yeah,
of time,
yes.
and I really like that, and especially with you guys, like I don't really know much about you, but I always feel welcome and comfortable, and like we chit chat, and you guys are good huggers. So it's good. Like I'm not a hugger, but when I meet people who do them well, I'm like, okay,
sounds good. Yeah, we're like the weirdest Care Bears in the world. We're just covered in tattoos.
So edgy.
Yeah,
like I have tattoos too.
Yeah, that's true.
I have this one.
Nice.
What is it? A swallow?
It's something. It's a bird. When
it's a dove.
I don't know.
It's a bird.
Well, the thing is like I turned 16 and I googled bird. Okay. And I found this drawing and I wanted it as a tattoo.
It was $50.
Well, 60.
I was gonna say 60 too.
I know. At the time, I was like, "This is so expensive." Like, wow.
For real though.
Yeah, and like my mom brought me to what is it? It's like Tattoo Royale in Springfield, and I got my little tattoo.
Hell yeah.
Nice. I mean, that's pretty badass getting a tattoo right at 16.
Yeah.
I had to wait quite a while. Wait quite a while for mine.
I got this when I was 15. You can't even see it anymore.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
That's all right. Would you ever like darken it?
I'm gonna get it covered.
Nice.
I'm gonna tie it all into the. I got a whole plan for it.
Okay.
The way I get tattoos is with like milestones in life, or not just life, but consciousness. Like every tattoo has a meaning for like a lesson learned type deal.
Very meaningful.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I gotta die with the skin on, you know.
This is true.
Unless, of course, Elon hurries the hell up and we can just.
It's gonna happen right now. Get your backpack.
Yo, did you see what happened earlier? The biolab that fucking exploded in
no,
Georgia?
I did not.
Was
No.
it Canaan, Georgia?
No, it was like started with an S. I think.
Were people hurt?
Can you look it up? I think it was. Yeah, look up
Georgia
biolab Georgia explosion.
Shit.
This just happened like 3 hours ago.
Eerily reminiscent of. You remember when we had those orange clouds just from those Ohio things?
Oh my
blowing
god!
up?
Wait,
It was really creepy, and I mean,
Yeah.
it might, hurricane season and it all kind of flows from Georgia up to us. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, pull that video up over here, dude. That shit's wild. Yeah,
I love it. Just
hit
biolab
play.
explosion.
Rockdale County.
Look at these clouds.
That's
It's just hit.
Was anyone hurt?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm
They didn't
assuming
say anything. But
evacuations.
scroll down. Hit play. Yeah, make it full screen, and then just
hit that F key.
Oh shit, it's fine.
Ads.
Oh. You can't skip it?
I'm just gonna sit here and take it like a fucking champ. I can still hear myself.
Oh, this is
crazy.
rough.
That's crazy.
I believe
rough.
if I hurt my
next
ears,
time-
we better get
Next
money
time,
from
bro,
this.
use YouTube because we can fucking.
it's only 6
I
more
pay for
seconds.
it.
6 more.
Hold
We got
strong,
this. We got
fellas.
this.
I'm just
Oh,
saying for the
guys.
next time. We don't need the ad, bro.
This is loud as shit.
All right, let me turn you. Look for monitor on the right side of that board. Yep, turn that down.
Oh, whoopsies.
Look at those clouds, though.
That's scary. Well, it's biolab. What the fuck?
And that's all coming right towards us.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's
This
one
is
thing
it.
to know we're fucked, but like, that doesn't
Look at
help.
that. Yo, that's how they do it.
Yikes.
There goes 30 million.
Well, shit.
Hope you got your COVID vax.
Oh, I'm boosted to the tits. I'm so boosted. Like,
We're
oh my
boosted
god,
up, huh?
boosted to the tits.
All right,
Love
hit,
it.
hit
Shout
the
out to
escape.
Pfizer.
Quick.
We're good
No,
with
just
this.
hit escape.
Escape.
Escape
it.
this.
Now space. Oh, it went back.
That's beautiful.
My
Family.
bad.
It's
Just
so,
exit it.
So
Quick,
loud.
exit
It's so
it.
loud.
I
Exit
believe
it.
in you. Stay
Exit
strong.
it.
Stay
Fuck.
strong. Thank you.
You're doing great.
Well, now
Yeah.
So, by the way, this is our third in-studio producer for the recording now.
Yeah.
Third time's a charm.
You got this.
We got him. We got him last minute too.
Yeah,
Thank you.
That's all right.
My dude Chris Streeter grew up with this guy. He's a hell of a kid.
Woo. Shout out to Chris.
Yeah. So
Oh, man,
since
that
we
was
talked
wild.
about the Georgia explosion stuff like that, do you have a favorite conspiracy theory at all? Like, do you believe in any of it?
No.
No. Okay, I love it.
Like, I am not a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do like the fashion statement of a tinfoil hat.
Yes.
Love that. Like, I considered making
I
a
feel that.
tinfoil bandana to wear it here today, and I
Ooh,
forgot
nice.
until this moment, so fuck.
I don't want
today.
people to think we're like the conspiracy pod here. you
No,
know?
that's true. But
It's
I
just
was just bringing it up because it was the Georgia thing.
Like, I
was
know
just-
they exist, I read about them,
Yeah.
and then I'm like,
On to the next one. On to the
you
next
know,
one. Yeah.
It's weird. I
Shit
grew up
keeps
with
happening.
conspiracies in my own life, like with my own family, so I'm like, we're good. I got my own. I'm set. What's your favorite conspiracies?
Oh man, wait! I
You go
just
first.
came up with another one.
You're
Shit!
just manufacturing them.
I do. Listen, I'm the reason why the flat Earth thing is a big issue. Okay,
Okay.
I
thought it was Joe Rogan.
I grew up on the internet when Reddit began, and like
Ooh.
before Reddit, there was
Mhm.
4chan.
right.
you know what I mean?
Right. Like
So,
the onion
like,
router.
I would just be up late at night on the computer with nothing to do. People
Yeah.
would be talking, and I would just be trolling them.
You were trolling to
I
forums.
was trolling, like no matter like they could it would be like some scientist. He spent 30 years, and he's like got all these patents and paperwork, and he's talking about this and that. And I'm just like, no, because in all reality, all your information was crafted for you,
Yeah.
and everything prior has been reset.
Mm.
And then it's like 20 years later, people are like the Great Reset of conspiracy and all this and that. It's
Crazy.
like, oh man.
I think ADHD plays into me not really being into conspiracies because I just like can't stay focused
Yeah.
long enough to get to the bottom of it. Like I don't know
I feel that.
what's going on.
No, well, it's just fun to think about sometimes, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Be like, everything isn't always what it seems in the media and all that stuff like that. So it's
True.
fun to think about
Yeah.
what could be, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah, but
Oh, I got a good one.
Okay.
I think Trump's people hired those shooters.
Oh, I do. I am entertained by that because it's just like, well, you know, you never know. But like,
I
sometimes
mean-
it really do be your own people. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I have
Facts.
no idea. Plus, I do have to say, when you said everything's not what it seems, it made me think of the theme song to The Wizards of Waverly Place. And Selena Gomez sings it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like shout out to her as well.
shout out Selena.
Friend of the pod. Friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod. Friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod. Mm-hmm.
No, I think my favorite one is like this whole world is run by like select families, like Rockefellers and all those guys.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's fun to think everything stems from the top, and there could be like that much gained by those couple of families, and you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but the reality is though, everything stems from below. Right?
Okay.
I brought this up on the last
Explain. Oh, yeah.
episode
Like-
with Lewis.
In the groin?
No.
Everything
The
does.
butthole.
In the core. Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Now we're there.
Yeah.
Yes.
The butthole.
The
Yes.
butthole. I
Everything.
know.
I mean,
Stems
that's
from-
where it all goes, right?
It's true. It's the only
It all comes out one way or the other.
answer.
You know.
That's fun.
Do you feel like you brought up something when you mentioned Connecticut and like how people are very competitive.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's like a politics to like the local comedy
Oh,
scene?
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'll say this. I personally feel like it's a lot easier to navigate spaces like Connecticut comedy and even Massachusetts if you're like friends with certain people and certain bookers. Because like you don't even have to name drop. You just have to like look on Instagram at flyers and you start to see like the same people over and over again. And it's just like, I personally can't do it.
Yeah.
I've had opportunities to be around these people and I'm just like, I got nothing. Because like my biggest pet peeve in comedy is if I'm like talking to a group of people for an extended amount of time and they don't ask me any questions about myself, I'm like, am I even existing here?
Yeah.
Like, do you care that I'm alive in this space? Like, it doesn't need to be a spotlight on me, but like, you could ask me where I'm from or like why I do comedy, like base level questions and stuff like that. And like I've been told like privately, like, oh, if you follow my lead, I'll help you get. It's like, no, thanks. I got into comedy as like an independent thing.
Right.
And like I don't want to attach myself to someone who's like on the same level as me, but like on a milk crate. You know what I'm saying? Just like a little bit, like we're all local comics,
for sure.
right?
Yeah,
like
for
no
sure,
one's
yeah.
opening for Chappelle
Yes.
or anything. Like there's some standouts like Matt Lopes. He's like doing a fucking tour across the country. That's really great to see that.
That's awesome.
And you know, like it's been really awesome to work with him. He's a great person. And at the same time, like I just don't want to become friends with people just to gain things.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just
for
like
sure.
the organic relationship of just making friends and like they're like, oh, like Alex is funny, let's do something with her and go from there. But yeah, I refuse to suck cock for a spot. You know what I'm saying? Metaphorically, physically, really.
Me too.
Yeah.
I will say though, since we started this pod,
Mm-hmm.
it's nice to have the cock sucked a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause
Of course it is.
it's
Everybody
like-
likes having their cock
I
sucked.
came into the scene like 4 months ago.
Mhm.
Nobody knew who I was. Nobody, really batted an eye. But Lewis introduced me.
Yeah.
So so people were cool because Lewis, and then, yeah, I'm like, oh, by the way, I have this platform, and now everyone's like, hey, let's
Yeah.
be best friends.
Yeah, exactly. Which is like
You're so funny.
It's so funny to me because you say that, and like after what I just said, like you guys asked me to be on this podcast, and I was like really
100%.
honored by that, and it was awesome. And it's
Of
like,
course.
you see, you just exist
Yep.
as a decent human being, and opportunities come around,
Exactly.
and it's okay.
Well, it's crazy because you're one of the most supportive comics in the area too. Because as soon as we get off stage, who's the first one to dap us up? You know what I mean?
It's
Sure.
your girl.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're standing right there.
Knuckles.
Bop, bop. Yep. Exactly.
Yes.
And it feels good. It really
Yeah.
does. Even if you go like I've gone to the Nook and just eaten shit,
Mhm.
and it's just like first dap, good job.
Yeah.
So you know what I
Mhm.
mean. So, but which brings me into my next question, like. How do you get over a bad set or like a bad day on stage? Period. You know what I mean? If you're not feeling it when you're trying to get up there and do your thing on the acting stage too, like how do you recover without feeling like most comics do?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're like, please speak into the mic.
You can tell the difference, right?
I did once you started moving it.
Yeah.
Well, for me, honestly, like I smoke weed and
yeah.
I have these mantras that I repeat to myself, and I just remind myself that like I have bigger goals than
Right.
open mics in
sure.
this area, and I have these things that I'm working towards, and if it all came to me once now, it would be overwhelming and I wouldn't know how to handle it, or like maybe I wouldn't make the same decisions that I could later on. And I just remind myself to like stay cool. Like at the end of the day, I
It's such a-
choose to do
yeah.
comedy. Like no one's forcing me to do it. And it's just like it feels good to go up there and fuck up. 'Cause
Yeah.
It keeps you humble and it makes you realize that you are never done learning comedy.
I was just gonna say that is such a humbling
Mm-hmm.
outlook to have. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I have this little saying that when I hear about people who actually set goals for themselves and then know that you gotta go through the work to get through those goals properly, that it is a mindset and that it is, you have to go through that experience. I like to say, like, your higher self's guiding you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a foresight that so many people don't have.
Yeah.
And I think that translates directly to how you're on stage.
Thank you.
Because you go up, you have your stuff, but you're so comfortable with your work because you've done it and you've crafted it, that you can just be free with the people on the stage. And it's just, that's like the most, I feel like that was my thing with that show on Friday, was like, I went through all the material, not all of it. I went through quite a bit of the material. When I was up on stage for the 5-minute set, I started to like, fuck, I can't think of the next one. And as soon as I got off, I had other stuff too, you know what I mean? But it just, I don't have the experience yet to be able to find that comfortability.
Yeah.
But the natural showman in me didn't allow that to be seen, and I was still comfortable to what everybody's. So it came out well. But like, yeah, I aspire to that big time.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I will say I'm a big supporter of improv. Like I said, my start was in improv classes.
Nice.
And Happier Valley in Hadley, Massachusetts.
Oh, wicked cool.
That's dope.
They do
Wicked cool.
classes. And the reason
drive
why,
by there all the time.
Yeah, you gotta stop in
Yeah.
because honestly, like before I took improv, I used to get so nervous for public speaking. I hated it in school. I could not do it. It was terrible. And for a few years, I just went in and I was silly with a bunch of strangers doing improv, and it really helped a lot.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I was like, I wanted to get into comedy, but this was 2020,
Yep.
lockdown. There was nowhere to go, and at the time, it was like you could go to the Funny Bone,
Yeah.
and I wasn't gonna do all that, so I needed something closer. And Happier Valley actually offers this really great program. So if you're a person of color, you can take the classes for 50% off or completely free.
That's really
Cool.
cool.
So of course I did it for free, because it's a $200 class, and you're talking altogether like $1,000 worth of improv classes.
That's awesome.
Wow.
For free.
That's crazy.
That's really
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, and that's like I wouldn't be in comedy without Happier Valley.
Hey, shout out,
honestly,
shout out Happier
yeah.
Valley.
To Pam specifically.
Hey, Pam.
Yeah, Pam Victor.
Nice. Very
Yes,
cool.
absolutely.
That's awesome. It's really cool. I mean, so so bringing up like how you got into comedy and stuff like that. So who is your favorite comedian today?
That's so tough because I watch comedy every day.
Yeah.
And I watch like Don't Tell Comedy.
Yep.
Right now, specifically in this moment, Sam Johnson.
Yep.
Or am I saying no? Jesus, it's Josh Johnson. I'm so
Okay.
sorry, Josh Johnson.
Wow, I gotta write that down.
Yeah, no, he's incredible, and you could possibly remember him from The Daily Show. He was a correspondent.
Oh, nice.
But right now he is like traveling the country doing his comedy, and he basically posts like a new 30 minutes to an hour long set about something like totally different every single time he uploads. And he's really
That's hard
great.
to do.
No, he's fantastic. Like I think the last video I watched from him was his whole commentary on Diddy and everything that's going on with him. Because Diddy do it? Yes.
Yes.
And it was like an hour long, maybe an hour and a half, and it got 1 million views like in a day.
That's
Wow.
And it was hilarious. And it's just like, I like his comedy because he's not the type of comic where you're just like laughing for 45 minutes straight and your body hurts. He like perfectly times it to where he's having a conversation with you and he's making you think about things, and then he just like punches you with
It's
the
a
funniest
ride.
line.
Yeah.
And it all makes sense. Like, even if you don't have the same beliefs or moral compass as him, like, I don't know how you couldn't laugh at what he's saying.
Yeah.
And I love that.
That's like my favorite form of comedy is when the comedian will get you from like introducing themselves, getting you comfortable with them, and then getting you to the place to where you're just on their train of thought. Like that's the best.
Yeah. Oh no.
So hit the record button. Good?
Spooky.
Is it recording?
Okay.
Okay.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
What's the timestamp on that? I'll have to- that one should just run for forever, right?
Yeah, both lights should be on.
Love it. We're in 4K.
Yeah.
You got it.
HD.
The time isn't like moving on.
Whoa.
Is it red? Is there a red thing on the screen? You hit the record button, right?
I don't see a red thing on the screen. I see
All
one.
right. Let me take a little intermission.
All right. Hold on.
Sorry, don't go.
That's
nowhere.
okay.
You can keep
I'm
talking
obsessed with the way I
underneath.
sound on a microphone.
Isn't
If
it
this is
awesome?
still recording, hi,
is.
it's me. It's Alex. I'm gonna hit my vape, and if you can hear it, I'm sorry. It's because I'm a loud breather. That was me hitting a vape. Thank you. I love it. Can you hear me breathe through my nose? Yeah. Yeah.
How was Maker Mark?
I haven't had it yet because, like, I didn't know when I was gonna drink it. I also love the contrast of the size of the cup versus what I have here. Like, my cook brain is freaking out because I'm like, you put it in a smaller container. Smallerize it. Consolidate. It's like, fuck off. I don't want to consolidate it. That's like another thing. Like, that's how you can really like figure people out. Like, are you the one that leaves the bag of chips with crumbs, or are you throwing it away? What's happening?
Oh, I'm going to take it down like a shark.
Yeah, exactly. You tip it back.
Every last chip.
And it's always like way more intense than every other chip that was in the
last
bag.
chip.
Yeah.
Every last chip.
Slancha.
Hey,
Yes.
Slancha.
Alcohol.
cheers.
And I chug it. I chug the whole thing.
Do you really? I was gonna say that's sipping whiskey or sipping bourbon.
No, I would throw up.
Yep, that's sipping bourbon right
I actually took a shot of tequila last night that took the breath out of me. I was
there.
like,
That'll hit you. Yeah, that'll hit you.
oh my god.
Yeah, what'd you take for a shot?
I don't even know. It was a shift drink.
Oh,
so
yep.
I like do these cute little princess shifts.
Nice.
At Calico in East Hampton.
Oh yes, very nice.
And like at the end you have a shift drink.
Yep.
And I think the problem is that I hadn't eaten and I just busted my ass for 4 hours.
Yeah.
And then I smoked a cigarette and took the shot and I was like, okay.
Tequila.
Of course, and you like start with a salt, tequila, lime. None of that helped.
Yeah. We actually, for the inaugural pod, we took a shot of Patron.
Yeah.
And we put
the
that up there.
bottles.
Yeah, we put that up there.
Yes.
And it was pretty smooth. But I mean, we were also pretty already lubed up, ready
Yeah.
to go. So it just went down quick.
I have a hard time taking straight shots of alcohol, when it's that
Same.
big. Because, honestly, it's intimidating coming out of a nip, even here.
That looks like a shot and a half to me.
I think it is, isn't it? Like
Something
1.5,
yeah,
something.
Something
Like that, math. It's 2 drinks.
Yes.
It's 2 drinks of alcohol
Hey.
in 2 different shots.
Yes, exactly.
I love it.
No, but hey, it's let's see, what else do I? Oh, yeah. So we were talking about comedians and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So were you into comedy movies growing up?
Yes, in comedy movies. Oh, also, the reason why I love comedy, the first comedian I ever saw perform was Fluffy.
Oh,
Gabriel
very cool.
Exactly. And it was just the funniest thing I had ever seen.
That's awesome.
And I wanted to see him at the Hukilau before it closed, and I never got to. But I really love how he's gone from doing places like the Hukilau to Dodger Stadium.
Oh yeah.
And hitting all of his marks
Yes.
and making people piss themselves
Yep.
laughing.
And doing stadiums in the Middle East and
Yes,
stuff like that. He's been
absolutely.
everywhere. It's
Mm-hmm.
just it's crazy to watch people's rise. And it's just even when you see them for so long, so when I think I was 16, 17. Oh, here.
Back in here.
Yeah, let's go.
Sorry to interrupt.
America.
So sorry.
Wingdings.
Oh shit.
Subway. Sandwiches.
Hey, so I'm so terribly sorry
That's
for
okay.
the technical failure here. My
You're forgiven,
my
technically.
my my last producer locked the SD card and I didn't know.
You could do
So-
that?
Yeah, so the past 30 minutes
News to me.
you haven't been on camera.
That's incredible.
But now we're here. But
Who
now
is the
we're here.
producer? Who's the producer?
Jay,
Shout out to Jay Sylvain, everybody.
I'm so sorry.
Taking the power away.
Oh, but we're all back now. Fuck.
Alrighty. All right, let's restart.
Hi, my name is Alex.
Oh my goodness. I feel so shattered.
Yep.
Well, you just gotta remind yourself you have bigger goals.
Yep.
And
Well-
it's gonna be okay.
It's just a little hiccup.
It's just fine. It's gonna be all right.
Well, now that we're all here and on camera, how are we gonna cheers?
Let's get a
Slancha.
cheers.
Should we
Cheers.
cheers all of our beverages?
Oh,
let's do
wow.
it.
Wow.
Hey.
Also, thanks, Eric, for getting the Blue Foria Yerba Mate. That was a shot in the dark, but it's my favorite yerba
What
mate.
is it? What is a yerba mate?
Okay. So
Is it
yerba-
alcoholic?
No, it can
Oh.
be. Yerba mate is a tea. Okay, so I believe it's Mexican. Sorry if I'm wrong, but you basically get this special little gourd for it, and you pour it in a very specific way where you pack it and you kind of have it on an angle and you slowly fill it with water, and you could drink it throughout the day.
Huh.
It has a special little straw that has a filter on the end. But
Interesting.
these bad boys are just capitalism in a can.
Love it.
And it's literally fruit juice with the tea. I'm sure there's some kind of yerba mate percentage in there, but it tastes like blue raspberry.
Nice. Is
That's
it supposed
so
to be like an
cool.
energy drink?
Yeah.
Well,
I was
it
just
has caffeine in it
Okay.
for sure because it's to the tea.
Yeah.
But other than that, it has probably just as much sugar as a Coca-Cola.
Nice.
Yeah, 28 grams of sugar plus 27 more grams.
Oh.
So they were introduced to me by this hippie yaya chick, and oh, I love my yerba mate, and I drank it and I looked in the bag and bitch, this is juice. What?
Yo, that's how you know that God must be real. It's I know everyone's not gonna like the flavor of coffee, so let's put caffeine in a whole lot of shit.
Love it, love it. God, not science. God, not science.
God knew we were gonna need caffeine. Now.
Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, God.
Do you think Jesus made Red Bull though?
Ooh.
No,
'Cause that's like an edgy,
That's
like-
a Satan. That's Satan all day.
Hell,
don't know.
Satan.
Baphomet specifically made fucking red. Actually, Monster is made by Satan.
Yeah.
All right, listen. I almost got expelled from school the first time I had Monster.
Wow.
What?
Because I think it was just like so much sugar and caffeine that I
Oh,
like
shit.
had an episode.
Like a full manic breakdown, or
Yeah, like I like had a fit. I don't even remember why it started. I just remember like being told like if I didn't get my shit together, I was gonna get expelled. Like it was a whole thing. Like I tried to say my history teacher like hit me and everything.
oh wow.
Yeah, it turns out when you lie, you have to like think of the rest of the lie. So they were
True.
like, to show us how she hit you, and I was like, well. So like she did this, and they're like, okay, can you do that again? And I'm like, yeah, and they're like, listen, we know you're lying, and like your story doesn't make any sense.
That's
like,
when improv actually began for you.
yeah, that's when I needed it. I should go back in time. And be like, here.
And yes, and can we get a yes?
Yes,
and?
Exactly, but yeah, luckily didn't get expelled, and I wasn't allowed
Nice.
to drink Monster anymore.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I got expelled in first grade.
Mm.
I brought an ear piercing gun to school. Cause there was this girl. I thought she was cute.
Cute.
She
Love
wanted
it.
her ears pierced. She was complaining that she wasn't allowed to get her ears pierced. I'm
Yeah.
like, I know where there's a gun at home.
Oh my god.
So I brought it in. I had it in my pocket, and I'm sitting there in class because we're about to go on recess, and I'm all excited, so I'm playing with it, and the teacher sees it in my pocket. They like extended our recess to keep us in the room.
Yeah.
The police came to the door with the principal. Then they walked in,
Yeah.
came right to me, stood over me, stood me up, started patting me down. He pulls it out and sees it's an ear piercing gun. Just looks at the
Oh,
teacher.
they thought it was a real gun.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he just looked at the teacher like.
Oh my god.
I'm looking at him the whole
Stacy.
time. He's just like, really? You know what I mean? And then but they ended up expelling me. That was at Parsons Elementary in
That's
East
wild.
Hampton.
You didn't even pierce any ears.
I didn't do anything.
Wow.
It was in my pocket. I didn't even pull it out.
You had
That's
that
crazy.
thing on you though. You had that.
I
thing
was
on.
strapped up. You know what I'm saying?
Had
Shit.
that thing.
That
on.
makes me think of like, okay, so I was
Bullies
on the
ain't-
bus in middle school once upon a time, and like these kids had a knife, and like they like tickled the nape of my neck with it. They didn't slice me. Okay, thank God. But like they got away with that the entire day. Like I didn't have it in my head to like say anything. I think I
Yeah,
just
right.
like compartmentalized it and moved on with my day. But that's wild. You got expelled for a nail gun. Like these motherfuckers had a buck knife.
I wish you were in school with me.
You would
No
have pierced your
stitches.
ears real good. You're real, dude.
No, that was me in high school. Like, are you guys familiar with the Eastfield Mall?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so my friends and I would like mall rat, and we
Nice.
would go to the bathrooms and pierce each other's lips and
Oh,
like
shit.
noses and everything. Like Claire's was right there. We could have figured it
They'll
out.
just walk by like, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. I got my own shit. You know, like me and a safety pin. Bye.
You walk in just to slide a couple in the pocket
Yeah,
real
yeah,
quick.
Yeah, exactly. Let me get the gun real quick.
We
Need
had
some
this
studs.
We had this kid in high school, and he was like notorious on like blood donation days.
hmm
So blood donation days, what he would do is he'd give a whole fucking bunch of blood and either drink or do a bunch of Percocet.
Okay.
And so this one time he took a bunch of Percocet and decided to pierce his nipples mid-class with safety pins. And he proceeded to pierce both nipples in the middle of the
Yo.
class. And then, so he tried to hide the blood and everything like that. We go to lunch. He passes out face down in the middle of the lunchroom.
Oh, that's so much.
He got
Percocet?
suspended. He got suspended.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Suspended?
Yeah, that's it. That's
The
it.
Wow.
school,
That's
like,
it was Northampton, man.
so
you could get away
confusing.
with a lot.
no shit.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
He comes back to school the next day with a bra on.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
the
it.
same person.
Yeah, no. Thank you for apologizing. I appreciate that. Take it back. Think about it.
Yeah.
It's
Make
Northampton.
peace.
Yeah.
Make peace with trans life existing
Oh,
because it's
yeah.
beautiful.
It is.
And it deserves
listen,
everything.
I've done way too much acid to care about what anybody else
There you go.
does.
Do you prefer acid or mushrooms?
Well, it depends on what my purpose is. Am I relieving the stress of the week?
Mhm.
Mushrooms.
Mhm.
Am I trying to experience a new form of consciousness, which
Mhm.
I've done way too many times? I don't even know who I am anymore. Jim Carrey.
Bless. He
Um,
loves dolphins. Mhm.
I love dolphins. My mom My mom used to have the fucking dolphin thing, the little statues everywhere.
Oh,
You know,
with
it
the
looked
wave?
like the
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
but
yeah.
all different shapes and sizes
that.
everywhere. We had the real big home theater TV.
Yeah.
And on the top of that, she had one. It was probably fucking. I mean, as a kid, but it was probably like 40 pounds. The base of it was like this. The dolphin came up like the tail was here, and it came all the way up like this, and there was a moon behind it with the water splashing up.
Love that.
Oh,
I love it. Go ahead. What's your mom's name?
Serena.
Ooh, go Serena. Go
Right,
ahead.
right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Queen.
Serena. I feel like the Dolphins is like, I want to say like maybe this is too harsh, but like the white trash version of like the Mary on the Half Shell for Italians.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait a second. What? What do Italians got to do with this?
Can we look up Mariana Half Shell?
Mary on the Half Shell. It's when she's in her little like blue fucking statue thing. You know, they got the Mother Mary.
Yes,
It's Mary on the Half Shell.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I
All I can think
Yeah.
of is the Indian in the cupboard.
I don't even know what that is.
What?
Is it offensive?
Well, maybe
No,
now.
maybe.
It's
Not on this podcast, fellas. No. Save that for one of the other men. Yeah.
No, Indian in the cupboard is like
It's a classic movie.
yeah, it's a book.
Okay.
It's a
Oh,
book.
here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, 1995. What a year. I like the look on this cat's face.
Yeah, so like there's this Indian that lives in the cupboard.
Okay.
This
He's a mini,
child
though.
finds him.
Naturally.
And
mini.
you know, he's got to help him. He's got to win his trust, and
Yes.
they become close. And then the father finds out, and then
Right.
the relationship is destroyed, and he has to meld it.
Okay.
It's a good one.
Word.
Well,
Wow.
But what was the other one you told? What was
Mary on the Half Shell.
Mary on the Half
yeah,
Shell?
now I got
Yeah.
it. It's in my head now.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
I
Mary
know
on the
it is.
Half Shell.
Yes,
I don't
yes.
know that one though.
You'll know it when you see it.
Yeah, she's just. Well, Mary and the Half Shell is actually a play on Aphrodite. If you really think about it, from the Greek god, because she's always in a half shell.
I took Latin for 7 years,
Yeah, right. There.
Oh,
and like I can't like really speak.
there's
for it.
like 90 of these in fucking East Hampton.
That's
in
what I'm
people's
saying.
yards.
Italians love it.
Yeah,
Culture.
That's true.
That's on Catholicism. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
My family were the Christian Italians.
Word. See?
Yeah,
Look at that.
he says.
Look at that. It's good. I was baptized and I went to church for like a couple years. But then one day my mom was like, you don't have to go if you don't want to. Fuck yes.
What?
The best day in the world.
Yeah.
When they just made.
That's
you
why
can make
you
your
feel
own
like-
decisions. And be like,
Yeah.
felt so
Huh,
good.
that's why you feel like you have this freedom of choice in life. Your mom was like, you don't have to go to church anymore.
I'll tell
at
you
a
what, though.
critical age.
Well, here's
That's-
the thing. So I think it's because I was baptized at like Olsh, Our Lady of the Sacred Heart in Springfield, but we started to go to Mount Carmel in downtown Springfield, and like there was an incident where I got into a fight with a couple of kids in CCD class because they were like, "Oh, like where are your parents?" And I was like, "It's just me and my mom," and like they figured out I was a bastard. Called me a bastard, and I like pulled a WWE move on
Nice.
these motherfuckers.
RKO.
I don't know. It was
Sweet
long
chin
ago.
music.
Like I was really into The Rock, and I
Okay.
was really young.
Choke slam.
Something cool, hopefully. Something cool. And they like basically told my mom, they were like, "We think you should go to like St. John's down the street," which is like the French thing,
Bro, being
Yeah.
religiously shunned is like the
Yeah.
worst fucking
Yeah, they were like, "Take
thing
your little
you can
bastard baby
have.
and hit the road, bitch." Like,
great.
Damn.
yeah.
That's very Game of Thrones esque.
Yeah,
is what
exactly.
It is.
And I was like, "Cool." I'm
So
not
so much is starting to make sense.
going. It's all coming together now.
It is.
I do remember I used to like when I was young when I would go to CCD.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was going to be a good day because after I got out of church, that was the only time that like my grandmother or anybody would let me just get a donut from Big Y, and I would go get Boston cream. I was a Boston cream fella. I still
I don't
am.
like
Holy
those.
crap!
It's like cum in a donut.
That's why I like it.
Do y'all ever heard of?
I love that.
Have y'all ever heard of the Awana program?
No.
I know.
He knows what I'm talking about. Chris
Is it
knows
an
what I'm
acronym?
I think so, but it's so it was like a child youth program through this church right next to Big Y in Southampton.
Really?
And that was my favorite part of going because they would get all the bakery stuff from
Yeah.
Big Y.
Hell yeah.
So you'd get there like 6:30 in the morning and they'd have these massive fluffy cinnamon buns and just all the raisin those cinnamon raisin bread.
See, I will fuck somebody up for a pistachio muffin.
Oh, okay.
I love that.
I
They're,
love
that.
I will be
Fire.
honest, I only want the top.
Fire.
I only want the top. I'm
Yeah, it
sorry.
gets a little dry
I
in
don't
the
like
bottom.
the bottoms.
Yeah. But fire, 100%.
But also, I've learned that if they individually sell the tops, not the same.
True.
What?
Not the same. Because they've done it. But, like, when you think about it, if you sell it individually like that, it's really just, like, a cakey,
It's just
cookie thing, quick bread. And because I like the crispy top and then the soft, pillowy bottom from
I don't-
taking it apart.
I don't like decapitating muffins.
I love it. Every day.
You ever grill a muffin?
Yes.
Cut it in half,
Ooh,
grill
like
it.
a corn muffin?
Come on.
Yes.
Come
Absolutely.
on. It's absolute fire.
It's delicious with, like, salted butter.
Oh, like, come on.
Cornbread.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I've
Cornbread.
definitely had grilled cornbread.
Good cornbread.
Yeah.
Great. Next time you have any muffin, blueberry muffin, chocolate
Grill
chip
it.
muffin, grill it.
Yeah.
Grill it.
And the best way to do it is to take the whole muffin, cut it down the long way,
Yep.
and then
Butter in it.
yeah,
And then
that's
grill
a
it?
must.
yeah,
That's a
and then you
must.
put more butter on there. 'cause obviously-
There's
You just
no
bring a
such
dish.
thing.
I don't know if you know, but I actually have a heart problem, so I'm with you. You know,
Okay,
I put butter on
Smart
everything.
Balance. Just use Smart Balance.
I can't
Nah.
believe it's not butter. I can't believe it's not. Just spray it. You'll be
Oh my
alright.
god, have you ever hated yourself just like spraying it and spraying
Oh,
it
yeah.
and spraying
But,
it? Not
like
the same.
bug spray on your
Oh my god.
Yo, I'll tell you what the worst convenient is though is the peanut butter and jelly
Oh.
mixed already.
Goober?
Oh!
I
can't do
really
that.
want to like it, but I can't.
I can't do that.
It doesn't
Yeah.
taste right.
No, it's-
What?
It
it's-
doesn't.
No, what you got to do is you got to make it into like a Smucker's. You got to get the smasher,
Yeah, yeah.
load it up in there,
Okay.
put it in the thing,
Yeah.
put it in the freezer,
Ooh.
then pull it out tomorrow and eat that bitch.
Okay, I will definitely do. I will do that for you, Damien. I will
I'm
try
telling you, you know, you got to let it thaw. You don't want to be frozen.
it. Okay.
But you want it to be cold
Mm-hmm.
and
Chilled.
Oh,
Slightly chilled.
it's gonna be so cold that you're gonna nibble off all the edges. It's just so good.
I fucking love an Uncrustable now that I'm thinking about it.
Right?
They're so good. But
There's-
the worst is when you accidentally pulled it out and it was too frozen. You're like, fuck.
Oh yeah, you
I
gotta
gotta
like
wait.
bend that
And then you're still eating
motherfucker.
Just around
Yeah.
the edges.
All the
Yeah.
bread's gone. It's then
It's
you're
just
just
a puck.
oh the fidget toys before we had fidget toys.
They are fun. I've like played with a couple. I'm like, yeah, definitely have ADHD.
I almost
Sure.
brought
Sure.
one, but I knew I was gonna be.
Spinning
I got
berries.
so I don't know why, but like I found out about this thing called a firm. I don't know if you know about it,
Mm-mm.
but you can buy anything in any store
Yeah.
financed, and there's like very
Oh,
low.
a firm. Yeah, I know
a
what you're
firm.
talking about. Mhm.
So when I found out about that, I had like $1,500 I could spend, and I didn't have to pay for it for
Yeah.
a while. So I'm like, all right, word. And one of the things that I bought was this like mechanics fidget spinner set.
Mhm.
It came with a Mjolnir hammer, like Thor's hammer,
Okay.
and it spins. You've seen
Love
that
that.
one.
Mm-hmm.
It came with like everything's like what's that called? Titanium like gloss, you know what I mean? It has that titanium look to it.
That sounds like a nail polish.
It's just
Yeah.
right. It's just metal.
Titanium.
But
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bearings in them and everything, it sounds so good.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was made on a machinist
like-
lathe, and it just spins forever. One of
just
them's
keeps
got wings.
Ooh.
Another one looks like a shuriken.
What is that?
I have one right there in the corner behind the camera if you can see it. It's a ninja star.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I see it. Do
Yeah,
you ever
yeah.
throw it at each other?
No, it's actually metal though, so I could
Yeah.
shave it down.
Mhm.
Could you imagine just like have that shit on a drill,
Yeah.
and if like somebody comes in,
Yeah.
you got a booby trap, and it just comes down and fucking
ASMR.
straight to the jugular,
Booby
dude.
traps. I just appreciate that it's called booby trap.
Yeah.
Because I'm simple.
For real,
Boobies.
you can't forget it.
I like
It's not a
literally
buddy
took the
trap.
calculator in my job the other day and wrote boobies on the calculator and just passed it to my boss.
531
Like that was me.
8008.
Yeah, boobies.
Whoever
That's
has
great.
that as a phone
My-
number must be love it.
My son
Ooh.
Zayden found out that he could spell things now on the calculator, and yeah,
It's a rite of passage. You
it
know?
really is for
And
real.
then you get like the T80 and you're playing games and you're
Yeah.
like, oh yes, this
Snake,
is it.
Snake on the T80. Oh, come on.
I think they did that on purpose to see like who's ADHD or not.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a good
Because
way
you know
to
it's got
weed
the
them out.
history in it. Like you can just
Oh, it
see.
does?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you didn't know?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was not paying attention enough. I was just in the back like, boobies.
So it works. The ADHD test works.
Yeah. I was chilling in remedial math. Remedial.
Taking your thumb and putting it over the solar thing on
Yeah.
the calculator.
Yeah,
just
no,
shutting it
really.
down.
You're
Shutting
taking
it
me
down.
back. You're taking me back to a
Shutting
place
it
I haven't
down.
been in a long time.
or just laying behind the door and playing with that.
Oh,
Love
that's the best.
The
That's
little
how.
like thing that bounces on the wall.
This is how you know we all had traumatic childhoods.
Oh my God.
Like just crying.
We played with the.
Dog, you can Google my traumatic childhood. It's like, oh damn.
I talk about this with my friends a lot, but like, you remember being a kid and like something just didn't go your way, or you were really upset,
Yeah.
and you were just crying, going, why?
Not specifically, but
No,
yeah,
but you know what I
probably.
mean. Just like,
Sure, I love marijuana.
Take a puff.
Yeah, is this like it looks like, what is this the
It's got a
mascot
bee.
of?
It's got a
Is,
bee.
is it a bee?
Yeah, AIC Yellow Jackets.
That's what it was. AIC. Okay, I'm like, I
AIC
know
Yellow
this
Jackets.
logo from somewhere.
What is it?
The AIC Yellow Jackets.
All right, because I couldn't hear it at all.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, this has been great so far. What are we like? Not even an hour in?
Oh, we're cooking.
Oh,
We're
we are
cooking.
going.
I love cooking.
What's your favorite meal to eat?
Ooh, to eat specifically
Yes.
crab ragoons. Crab ragoons from Wong Wok.
Let's
It hits all the basic food groups.
Where is that? Where's Long Walk?
It's in the X of Springfield Forest Park.
Nice. I know where that is.
So it's like you drive down Sumner Ave
Yep.
for a period of time,
Yep.
and it's right there.
Nice.
Love them. Honestly, though, I was just talking about this to Bat Boy the other day. Like, I love Wong Wok. I love their crab ragoons, but anytime I order something that's not crab ragoons, there's hair in the food,
Ugh.
and it's like really hard to support that.
Yeah, I don't like
you know,
that.
because it's always
Yeah.
you're like 3/4 in, and I'm like, oh,
There's
that's a hair.
there is nothing worse than wiping and realizing you have to pull a hair out.
Like
You
of
ever
your
ha-
ass.
Yeah, you've never eaten a hair,
And
and
then
then
my
ha-
what?
No. You've never eaten a hair and have it come out, and then it gets stuck, and you got to pull it out.
I don't know. Oh my! I mean, I've never had to pull a hair out of my ass, I guess. So no.
Have you?
I mean, I think I've just had like girlfriends like stay over and their hair just
Ends
goes
up in
everywhere.
the crack.
Yeah,
Into
but
your
I'm not
ass?
eating
Never-
the hair.
Have you had to pull
What's
hair
going
out of your
on,
ass?
fellas? What's going on?
That's wild. Why am I alone?
I think you have tapeworms.
No, brother.
Maybe.
I've pulled
I think
it
about
out.
that often.
I've pulled it out, and it like curls up at the end because you know the tension on it.
Why is it so long?
It's like
Where is this hair coming from?
It's like making garland for Christmas. You got to pull it real tight, and it spirals up. That's what
Yo,
happened.
What's going on in your butthole?
It's
When's
tight.
the last time you did this?
It's probably been like a year.
Holy crap.
Yeah,
It's
but
so
it's
recent.
it's happened a couple times in
Oh,
life.
no.
I've had to pull a hair out of my ass.
Well, that's very
Listen,
wholesome.
also like all like
Wild.
I've always been around a lot of women, right?
Right.
And so the
I'm about to start
hair
asking
the
bitches.
hair ends up everywhere.
This is
Maybe
true.
you should just pay attention.
No, this is true. My apartment's covered in hair. Like,
Yeah.
my hair is fucking everywhere. It falls out of my head every single day, and I'm not bald yet, surprisingly, and it's fucking everywhere. So I totally get that, but not pulling it out of my asshole yet.
That's wild. I'm so
Not
alone.
yet. Not yet. Maybe I'll eat a few strands and test it out for science.
That
You
will
know,
not be-
women in STEM,
Yeah.
Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go to Wong Walk and get something
Yeah.
crazy.
Next time I'll just eat the hair
Yeah,
and
you
see
do.
what happens.
What do you have on the menu with the most hair in it?
I would like hair, please.
That's insane.
Pulling hair out of my ass will not be on the bingo cards, by the way.
No, it should be.
It's not going to be. I'm not going to be bringing that up
It
again.
should be.
Actually, I'm going to ask everybody.
Yeah, but like, have you ever pulled hair out of your ass?
I need to find my people.
I want to know who's shaving their ass. Who's doing the work? Okay, because
Sorry.
you know, there's nothing worse than when you go down there and it's just like swamp hair, and it's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like, do something. What? First of all, wash your ass.
Yes.
There's a lot of people out there that don't do it, and it's terrifying.
There's-
Honestly, it's an
I
epidemic.
see, I'm glad that I grow a lot of hair right here,
Mhm.
because what I like to do is I like to pour a little bit of soap,
Yeah.
and then I'd give the whole, like, just my whole
You
forearm.
just dig your whole forearm.
Yeah, I
in
feel
there.
like a fucking chainsaw.
I was gonna.
Okay.
That's a wild loofah use, man. That is a wild loofah to use.
Hey, my body knows to
learning
grow
so much
hair.
about
Dude,
you.
you're wondering why you have so much hair in your asshole.
I'm just
you're
thinking about like
exfoliating.
how long your arm
You're
is.
exfoliating with your fucking arm.
Incredible. It's like 2-in-1 wash.
It's
you know.
crazy.
Wow.
I got a whole
You're
forearm,
really
like
fitting your
the-
whole forearm in the crack.
I got a big ass.
Got a big ass.
No,
Got
of
a
course.
big ass and a long forearm.
It's why my ass cheek, my ass crack is so big because I've been stretching it out
That's
for
great.
years.
Got you.
You have an ass
Got you.
canal. It's not even a crack.
Good for
What
you.
the fuck?
Good for you. You know, that's good. It's like working it out, you know, getting to know yourself.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's
Put
good.
the anal in canal. It's
You could get like a sleeve. You could sew a couple of like washcloths together
that's
and
a better
sleeve
way.
and like really just like get in there. You know?
You could just take a sham wow and just
Yeah.
fucking
What's going on with ShamWow? Are they still
they're
kicking
done.
it?
I don't think so.
That
They're
was
like-
a big thing for a while.
I don't
Yeah.
even
Very
see him like
absorbent.
on the as seen on TV shows.
Well, that's the thing. They're like in a closet somewhere with like the Snuggie,
yeah,
you
right.
know, and those like weird Betty Crocker things where you would like make a cake like a dome. It was like
Mhm.
1999.
Move the Mic podcast, brought to you by Sham Wow.
Wow, 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 wow.
Wait, didn't that? What was the one who like the guy was a pedophile?
Billy
Oh,
Mays.
you're gonna have to narrow it down.
Which
No, I'm
one
just
was
kidding.
No,
it?
Billy
Yeah.
Mays died from like coke or something.
It wasn't
That was his
Billy
story.
Mays. No.
Billy Mays died from like
it
a
was
weird
the-
disease.
It was the ShamWow
Oh.
guy, wasn't
Rest in
it?
peace. I don't know.
I'm gonna
Maybe.
look it up
I
real
know that My
fast.
Pillow guy is also not hitting it.
Really?
What's his name?
I don't remember.
I don't know. He's like a,
The guy from
he's like a big Trumper or something. Like he's doing his.
wasn't it
thing.
Robert Kern, the dude from the dude that I look like, Al Borland.
Who?
Al Borland, you remember from
Can you pull him up on Google? Who's
Yeah.
that?
Sorry.
So
Robert
many names.
Kern.
Somebody.
Al Borland.
I know Robert.
From Home Improvement.
Oh, yeah, the friend.
He's
the friend
the
of
friend that
Tim.
would like you talk over.
He
the
was
fence.
like,
Yes. No, that's the
not
neighbor.
him.
That's
not him.
That's a
Oh.
Winslow.
The actual
Winslow.
friend. He had
Okay.
the same beard and
Yeah.
same face structure.
Okay.
Short, fat with
He wasn't even that fat.
short, thick with fat
They
ass.
portrayed him as fat,
Me.
but he was just.
Actually, I'm not short.
No, you're.
Yeah, I was gonna say I am very short. I'm petite.
Fine, Eric. You can be the short, thick, fat ass. Fine.
Hey, now you know.
Fine.
Now you know why he gives good hugs.
It all makes sense
He's
now.
right in there.
It all makes sense. Just right in
Little
the crook.
spoon.
Right in the crook.
There I
Right
am.
in
Look
the
at me. Hey.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I look
He's
concerningly
big dick energy for sure.
Similar to him.
Bro,
For
if you
sure.
put your part over
Different.
here,
I used to have it over there.
Mm,
that's weird.
Yeah.
love it. Would you ever get like fringe bangs?
I know you asked me.
Richard Karn.
I'm
Yeah,
manifesting
Richard
it.
I know you've asked me to get them so many times. I
Yeah,
might
thank
have
you.
to. I
Thank you
might
for
have to.
remembering.
I might have to. No, it's
What do you think Tim Allen's up to?
they're actually making
It's probably
a TV
right now.
series
Yeah.
No, right now he's
getting ready to be
looking
Santa
at a
Claus.
room of writers. He's looking at a room of writers and he's feeling disgusted
Mm.
that this is the state in which our country has ended up in.
Okay.
But it's not because like anything political.
Mhm.
It's just because the writers are writing the same shit.
Fucking hell. You're just circling the drain.
I
It's
mean,
actually a really great Katy Perry song, and it's like circle the drain.
you know what's fucking hilarious? I haven't talked about this in a long time.
I think you caught that.
No, it's the
I
one
caught
fruit
that one.
fly.
I caught him. Ha ha!
That was
That was a
impressive.
mosquito.
That was that.
That's a
This
mosquito.
episode has been brought to you by
Fucking-
Extermination.
Yeah. Brought to you by
Mr.
mosquito.
Miyagi.
I kill all the bugs. I'll tell you what. Okay, so like I got my first apartment with my ex. We're not together. Did you just fart? Okay, I was gonna
Somebody
say,
did.
sir, better out than in. No, like I moved in with his ex and like whatever, and like
That was
he.
totally a fart.
It was a fart, you liar! Sorry, I just yelled into the mic.
I don't know.
This man is prop dusting.
We're in
I'm
close
definitely
quarters,
smoking a
man.
cigarette
We're in
now.
close quarters. Friendly fire.
Turn that fan up hard.
At first, I was like, I don't want to smoke a cigarette. Eric
Now
was
you
like,
have
not
to.
really into it. I'm smoking a
Go for it.
cigarette,
Yo,
sir.
you gotta wash that shit
Sir.
out.
Holy fuck.
I'm gonna taste your asshole in a second. This guy's got hair in his ass. Your ass is in the air. What's up? You have a fat ass. Oh my god.
It's not even that fat. I got a pancake butt.
Have some more confidence. You got the juiciest peach in this side
Yeah,
of the country. You
come
gotta start
on.
having
This side of the
confidence in
table.
your ass. There you go. Start small.
This
Start
side of
small,
the
build
table.
big. Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Holy fuck.
Thank you.
I literally like skipped time and forgot where we are now. What's
Oh,
happening?
okay.
He farted.
Yes, we were talking
But
about.
before that was something important. We were talking about Tim Allen.
Right?
Yes.
Shout
Oh,
out to
you
him.
asked me what he was doing.
Yeah.
And
you brought it up.
He's writing. He's with terrible writers.
Per usual.
I have to say,
You were-
sorry to interrupt you, but like, what is this flag? mean to you?
It to me it represents the family members of mine who have died for us to do what we do.
Fair. Love that. I never know. There's so many different flags. So many colors.
What does it mean to you?
I was confused because it was green and black, and I was like, I don't know what this flag means.
Oh,
I don't
do you
know.
like that one?
No.
You don't like it?
I did research on it. That one?
Yeah.
No.
Why?
Okay, here's the thing.
What do you mean no?
So I'll tell you. I'll break it down. So first and foremost, what I recognize is that it's a Red Lives Matter flag. Here's the thing. With firefighters, I love and respect them. What they do is incredibly important. They save lives. They save structures. They save businesses. And I never will have the nuts or the charisma or the chutzpah or the anything to be able to do that. Or even just like the physicality to like run through a burning building, right? Okay, that's a different flag.
Yeah, it was a red.
So firefighters, we're lucky to have them. Shout out to them. My mom worked for the Springfield Fire Department for 15 years.
Awesome.
That's
And
awesome.
Still farting.
Thank you.
And so I grew up like hearing about that experience. Like she has awards for saving lives, and I really respect that. When I see this flag, first I had to do some research, and I looked up what Dilligaff meant, and I realized that it means do I look like I give a fuck, which is like, it's like an attitude that people take on. Cool. And when I see the Red Lives Matter flag specifically, it took me some time to formulate an opinion about it. I had to do some research, and I believe that what firefighters do is incredibly important and a part of the backbone of this country. And I also see it as a response to Blue Lives Matter, right? And I don't fuck with it there for two reasons, right? So for me personally, this flag means I believe that Blue Lives Matter and Red Lives Matter, they have two different messages, but the point of red lives or yellow or whatever other colors there are is like, this is a safe space. Yeah. I say that, I agree with your movement. So my issue with it is twofold, right? So my first one is I am a biracial Black woman. Mm-hmm. And for me, I knew it existed, and I understand that it's an answer to Black Lives Matter. And specifically, I know that that is up for debate depending on who you're talking to, but that's how I see it. And for me, what really made it click for me personally is when I watched George Floyd get murdered on camera. And first and foremost, it's a Black man being murdered on camera that everybody's going to see. And second of all, a girl lost her father, a family lost a family member. And for me specifically, it took me back to watching my mom almost get choked to death by her boyfriend at the time, who was the lieutenant of the Springfield Police Department. And you could Google that if you want.
I'm sorry.
And so I can tell this story now because I lived,
Yeah, of course.
And like, I remember being like 12 years old and watching this police officer almost kill my mother in my home. And I remember calling the police department, and I was like, Lieutenant Robert Moynihan is trying to kill my mom in our house. And it took them 45 minutes to get to 16 acres. And I remember when I was like 14, 15, I had to go to court and lie in front of an entire courtroom to drop charges on this police officer because his career would have been ruined. Okay, there was 3 charges of domestic violence and assault. And it was dropped because, from what I understand, if it went through, he would have been found guilty. Mm-hmm. And he would have lost his job, his pension, and he owned our house at the time. And we were told that if we dropped the charges, we could stay in the house. So it happened, we went in. And my mom, she like exercised her Fifth Amendment rights. Yep. And then she had to bring me to court. That's what the article's about if you want to Google my name. And I remember that was the day I decided I like felt like I hated my mom. Yeah. Because I felt like I was forced to lie. Like I knew what was going on.
Almost like a traitorous position.
Yeah. And the thing is like, so we lied, the charges got dropped, and a month later, like the sheriff showed up and served us a summons to vacate the premises. Right. And he got away with it. And there's like years of violent offenses on his record. And the fire department like shunned my mom for that. And it was really turbulent for her for a long time. So when I saw George Floyd in that video, like it took me back and I had to reconcile with my own experience, you know, because like I remember the day the article came out. This was like when we used to sit in the car and wait for the bus and you'd listen to Rock 102.1.
Yep.
And like Bax and O'Brien were talking about how bad of a mother my mom was for letting this happen.
That's insane.
You know? And it's crazy because like it started because I was playing with his phone. He like just got an iPhone and his son texted and I said something and he snatched the phone out of my hand and pushed me into the wall. And my mom slapped him and then he was like, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
You know, and he didn't, luckily. Ooh, another thing fell.
No way. What the fuck? Dude,
telling you.
it's
Cheech and
Injun,
Chong.
it's Injun Joe, dude.
I will say, like, the only scene I really remember from Cheech and Chong is the first scene from, I think, the first movie where Chong is siphoning gas out of a car because I didn't know you could do that.
Yes. That's where I learned about that myself.
Yeah.
And then I love Cheech and Chong. But let's get
Yeah,
back
to finish.
Hold on. Can I
To
can I
finish.
make something?
Yeah.
I just want to make a comment. That flag, I did not look at it as anything like that except for it was a branded flag. I was in Lake George at Saratoga with the family, and we stopped in this store, and their whole brand is Dillagaff. Do I look like I give a fuck?
Yeah,
And yeah,
that's that too, right? The shirts from Dilligaff? No? Oh, anyway.
yeah. Anyway, so, yeah, and they had all kinds of different shit.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was a cool flag, so I threw it up on the wall, and as you can see, I accidentally hung it up upside down.
Yeah, that was really hard for me to figure out at first. I literally watched the story like 16 times. Be like, what the fuck does that say?
She did her research. That's
No,
awesome.
I did.
That's
well, I
awesome.
feel like, too, on a side note, like, I am a public performer.
Yeah.
And I care very deeply about my persona online and my branding.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a necessary due diligence that goes into going on podcasts or talk shows or even just
100%.
anything that you're doing. Because, like, I know what I'm about and the people who enjoy my comedy know what it's about. But, like, I don't want people that look like me to not feel welcome or heard or understood. So I like to do my research. And the thing is, I'm glad you brought it up because I did want to talk about it. I got sidetracked because I didn't know how to approach it because of your hat, because I don't know you. And that's no offense to you, but, like, you know, as a black woman, I'm in the middle of nowhere Leeds. Like, you know, like, I
You're
also...
good.
Safe
You're good.
space.
Yeah, trust me, I feel safe enough with you guys to, like, come here, have this conversation, because I know it would be a nuanced conversation. And, like, my piece with this is my perspective is not your perspective. I think we can have conversations and understand each other.
Yeah,
but, like,
for sure.
you're not people of color. You don't, like, going into this, knowing about the flag, I had to, like, think about it and, like, realize it's going to be okay for me personally, but that's a privilege to have that. And there's people that I know personally in my life that wouldn't come into a space like that because you don't know.
Yeah,
And
right.
just because you have something or you feel like you're a part of some group or whatever, it doesn't mean you want me dead. But it's confusing when I see things like that where I'm like,
Well, I'll tell you right now, I'm mainly a stoner, and although I might be talented, I'm not that smart,
think
and
you're
I didn't think about it that much. I just seen it. Do I look like I give a fuck? I thought that was cool.
Right.
Because no, I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I do care to the point. Listen, I myself, I have two half black children. I was raised in an all black environment. I know you might hear this a cliche story, but we were literally
it's still a story. It's your life
yeah,
existence.
we were
you
the
know?
only white family
Yeah.
in an all black area. And it's funny that this is coming up because I got really emotional earlier today. There's this man, his name's Zach Zadonzik, and he goes by Clipper Gods on Instagram. He's a world-renowned hair stylist. He does 3D images with people's hair. He's incredible. When I was 10 years old, so growing up, I was forced back and forth between Ohio and Massachusetts, my dad and my mom.
That's tough.
And going down to Ohio, I moved into this area. It was called Hildar in Elm Grove, Elm Grove, West Virginia. And yeah, the only white 10-year-old there, and I'm walking down the street. I got long hair like the fucking Beatles, and this dude Zach Zadonzik seen me, and he's like, "Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?" He welcomed me, brought me up on the porch, and he's like, "Let me get you right."
Yeah.
Styled me up.
Help your hair.
Yeah, gave me this whole thing, and like today, this video pulled up where he did it for a child at the George Floyd site. Like we could pull it up if you, I'm not logged into my Instagram, but I'll just show it to you right here because he pulled it. Yeah, he's down there. His shop's in Georgia, so he's out traveling. You know, just and he did the exact same thing for this child that was there who needed it. And I just got so emotional. I sent him a video crying to him, like, dude, that means the world. Like, I remember that day. This child's gonna remember that day for the rest of his life. And I mean, he hasn't responded to me yet. He's
That's
you know,
okay.
but
Maybe he's busy cutting hair.
of course, but like
a fresh cut.
Right.
No, as the whole racial thing to me is tough because in my personal experience, the racism that I've experienced has come from me being a white kid in an all black environment.
Yeah.
You know what
that's
I mean?
a very real experience.
So I see it 100% from both sides to the point to where like I don't think it's real, to be honest. I think it's a mindset that's experienced at a young age, but it's like this: when a kid falls off a bike and if you act, you okay? That kid is going to be scared. But if a kid has an experience and you're like, hey, you're good, that kid is able to deal with that same exact thing that happened, but with a different mindset. So I just feel that like there is a responsibility at some level. Like once we're all adults and you know that the only thing you can control is your own decision, I think the only thing that really matters is how you respond to something. And to continue to like, I'm not trying to argue any of your points or anything. I'm just saying to continue this ideology that like people are just inertly against each other because of an ideology that was given to them. I just don't think it's fair. I don't think it's going to end anything. I think it's designed to just keep us battling against this stuff. Like the way to me, I just seen a flag and I'm fucking stoned when I was installing the place and I hung it upside down. But then, you know what I mean? To somebody else, they see it as like this symbology. Look around, like we're just stoners.
Definitely a symbol.
I'm an anime, nerd,
But I mean, see that Night Thrasher comic up there?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a very, very big civil rights comic.
Yeah.
If you really get into it and read his story. Yeah. And that's one of my favorite ones.
Fuck yeah,
and
I'll look into it.
Yeah, I mean, you can borrow it, read it, whatever you want.
Yeah.
And so Night Thrasher is the Batman of the Marvel Universe.
Okay, yeah.
And his parents were huge civil rights activists that obviously they gave him all his... They were killed and left him as an orphan. It's the same story. It's the same story, but that's where he gets all his money from, but he's an anti-hero. Anybody can get it.
Shout out to Taylor Swift.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just like it's crazy because you bring up all this trauma and stuff, and it makes me think of just like the extreme fight or flight that it gives all of us. You know what I'm talking about? Because we're not going to take shit if we hear something we don't like. We're going to say something about it or do something about it. You know what I'm talking about? Or we have that extreme flight, be like, I'm going to get the fuck up out of here. How's that sound? And it's just crazy because like any kind of trauma, like when you said you saw the flag, be like fight or flight almost, you know what I'm talking about? And you brought it up immediately and told us how you felt about it. That's what we like around here. Or it's just like, don't just sit there and let it bother you. Of course.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. Like I want your perspective and I want to hear it. And at the end of the day, like whatever your beliefs are, they're your own. I'm not here to change you. I'm just telling you my perspective because I do.
That was very insightful because I didn't think of it. Like I even though I was just saying like I'm not a smart person, I do tend to think of myself as a very philosophical and psychological. Like I'm telling them all the time, like comedy is psychology. You know what I mean? If you can just break it down to like what are the basic needs of what people want? What are the basic, like there's,
Yeah.
we're all the same at a foundation. You know what I mean? And
I believe that, and I agree with what you're saying to a point, because it's like, for people of color, like, even when you want to wake up and ignore that and feel that way, you're just like immediately affected in some way, shape, or form.
Sure.
And it's hard to like explain. It's, sometimes it's every day, sometimes it's not, sometimes, you never really know, but like racism is very real in people's everyday existence. And like for me specifically, it was hard growing up because I didn't confirm that I was half black until I was like 14. Because like my mom didn't want me to know who my dad was for whatever her reasons were. And it was really confusing growing up because like I look racially ambiguous, and like as much as I would want to ignore it, it was like a thing. And even with my family, like we don't talk to certain people in my family because when they found out my mom was pregnant with me, they like called everybody in the family and they were like, oh, Anita's having an N-word baby. Like, oh.
Jeez.
And that was the thing. Like I wasn't even born yet and the racism was fucking
hitting
me, from the womb. And it's just like crazy.
Yeah,
Think about
where
it.
I'm from is completely different. Like people, when they imagine Ohio, they imagine like cornfields and fucking acres of hills. Nah, Ohio is one of the biggest states with well, it's not one of the biggest, but it has one of the most largest cities per capita in the state. I mean, there's at least 5.
I want to go to
And then think about how it's surrounded. You got Detroit to the top,
the map.
PA to the right, all of Virginia. You got,
That's West Virginia.
Yeah, West Virginia.
50 nifty.
Then, but over, Indiana, North Carolina, all of that. Everything. And the Ohio River comes right down through there.
Yeah.
If you see
I love
like
geography.
PA and Ohio.
Yeah.
And where I'm from, you see where Virginia kind of peaks up right in between? No, go West Virginia. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
In between Ohio and all right up in there. That's where I'm from.
Okay.
So it's the drug highway of the entire eastern seaboard.
Wow.
Probably some guns going on through there.
Pew pew.
I mean, dead bodies all the time, washing
drugs,
up, all
black
kinds
market.
of shit. All kinds of shit.
Dangerous. Spooky.
So like people think it's it's totally different. Like as I'm saying, I don't know. It's different experiences, and that's what makes this whole experiment so beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to remove the racism in the world, but I truly do not think humans are capable of it.
No, not till aliens come down. Like,
until we realize it's us
I hope it's not a
against them.
conspiracy, but I believe in aliens.
What do you know about that? What do you know about that
aliens.
moon that's coming? Our second moon that we're gonna have? It's actually tonight, right?
Is it
29th?
tonight?
Yeah,
it's tonight. It's
supposed to be out
Oh
tonight.
my god!
Yeah.
We should go out. So there's gonna be 2 moons at once.
So there's this rare
Like a
asteroid.
meteor?
That
okay.
come. They're calling it 2 moons for get you to click.
It'll look like it.
Isn't
Yeah.
Isn't it going by us in the way that we're turning with it, so it looks like it's a moon stationary almost?
Right.
Ooh,
It's
that's
literally
cool.
Instead of going like this and it looks like a comet. It's
I'm
going-
down.
It's
I'm
entering
down.
our
outer space is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So here's something that they're not talking about though, is think about the gravitational force.
Yeah, it's tonight.
Oh, it's a mini moon. Cute.
Think about the gravitational force the moon has on the Earth.
Okay.
You know a little bit about astrology, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So I'm sure you're on phase with the moon and everything yourself.
Oh, it's in Gatorade all the time. Yeah. It's in Gatorade at all times.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So if this thing is like anywhere relative to the size of the moon and it comes by us fast as fuck.
Right.
Just riptide.
You're telling me
Two
we're not
wheels.
going to have any continental shifts or tsunamis?
Oh, my period's going to be so bad this month. It's going to be cramps.
It's going to be a riptide rush of
It's going to be so bad. I'm going to be so hormonal. Oh, I'm going to be crying.
You got to get Fisty Joe to go all Moses down there.
Right? I'd be like, Fisty, I have a task. I need Fisty and Tony and a syringe. And
Holy
a fucking
shit.
pound of Reese's Cups.
They'd be
Frozen.
red velvet Oreos
Yeah,
afterwards.
exactly. I'll wear a red outfit. It'll be good.
All right, to wrap up that last conversation though, I am definitely gonna flip it upside
Slashed
down.
in my face.
The flag. I'll fix the.
At least have it upright. If
Hey,
you're gonna like have it.
So if it's against the blue flag and it's upside down, isn't that a double or
Well,
not
that's
a
what I was
double?
gonna say. Well, since it's upside down, is it anti?
Yeah.
Yes. All right, so we're good. We're good.
It looks
We're
like he
good.
does give a fuck. It
We're
looks
good.
Like
I
he
do care. I do.
It stays.
It's a treasure map of
does.
thoughts.
He does give a fuck.
I do care, America. Ah. I have seen the ones where it's like DPW Lives Matter. I'm like, well, I mean,
They're fixing potholes.
it's like,
all
what's
right.
going on,
Yeah.
Craig? Like, I mean, yeah, I'm happy and grateful you pick up my trash, but I also don't want to pay $5 for fucking 5 trash bags in South Hadley. But here we are.
Trash lives matter.
Trash lives matter. I just need better trash can bags.
Yeah.
That's what I need. I
There you
need
go.
better bags.
That's better bags.
Better bags, please.
At least you don't live in like New York where you just toss it out the window.
New York.
Ugh.
Honestly, can't even understand why they're still doing that. What's
I
happening?
like. Yeah. Why don't you? Why
Are they
don't you
literally
just
like
pay
sending
people?
it out of the fucking
Yes,
walk up?
there are alleyways where people just toss
I'm gonna
their
have another one,
fucking
and I
trash.
won't smoke more
Go
for a
it.
while.
No, do you?
Wild.
Do
This
you?
episode is brought to you by Mavericks.
Mavericks, baby.
No.
The economy class.
I remember
cigarette.
one time, so I was out in Boston, and I was walking around with my ex-girlfriend, and we were just going to get food. And it was around,
Oh, there you are.
yeah, it's all right. I just got to turn my face to the mic, everybody.
Just do this.
And he
Hello?
starts talking on the side again.
That's
So,
okay.
so-
Eric's gonna figure it out in
I
episode
will.
5.
Episode 10, I'll have this down.
Oh, I was trying to help.
I'm stupid. You gotta realize this,
Oh
guys.
no, fellas.
The only reason why I don't have all fucking a bunch of them in there so that we can still see each other. You know what I mean?
Ouch.
I just want to stare into your eyes and hold your gaze. You know, that's all.
Well, it was around Halloween last year, and I was in Boston, and I went and go just like mess with this jack-o'-lantern that was sitting on somebody's porch.
Okay.
And I was just gonna go. It was like starting to rot, and I was just gonna throw it on the ground and make a mess or something like that. I went and picked it up. It was the biggest rat I'd ever seen in my life, living inside of this
good for
pumpkin.
them.
And I just put it back down. I was like, "Sorry about your house, bud."
I'm
And
so
was-
sorry.
was-
I
was
don't want to
living there.
do this. I am not the man. I am not taking away your house.
I was a tree climber for a little bit.
Okay.
Did tree
That's
work.
Scary.
Yeah, it's the most dangerous job on the
My
planet.
friend's husband does that, and I'm like, kudos, dog.
Yeah, it's some real life shit. So I remember one time we're up at First Light and I was just learning how to climb. First Light is it's a hydroelectrical power plant. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's like 40 miles north.
Okay.
Northfield, I think, is actually
I
where it's
know
at.
where Northfield is.
Yeah, it's like there's a different name for the mountain, but anyway, so we're up. I'm learning how to climb, and I fucking, dropping trees left and right. We were dropping something like 140 trees every day, and we were getting up there at like 7 a.m, leaving at like 5:30, just driving trails, and I'd climb up to learn and shit, and yeah, I remember the first time I dropped one, and there was a whole chipmunk nest in there, and like
cute.
there was babies, and they all fell out, and I just felt so
No,
bad. I felt
RIP.
fucking terrible.
Yeah, that sucks. Did you ever bust open a tree to like see a hive of carpenter ants?
No. Yes, actually.
Gross.
You know what's even worse though? Vegans are fucked.
Vegans?
Vegans are totally fucked.
Why?
So a shit ton of scientists just got together with a fuck ton of evidence to prove that plants are very sentient beings. Like the skin, they have like that green that has the exact same centers that the back of our eyes do,
Okay.
and that they can actually see, and that they pass they speak in a sense with everything around them through the mycelium network. That's like real shit. There's
Okay.
sent.
Shit.
Yeah.
Here's my thing on veganism. Like, you have me at not wanting to contribute to factory farming. I get
Yeah,
that.
100
It's
yeah, fuck yeah.
disgusting. I
Agreed.
don't like it. They mistreat animals. Like, especially chickens. What I've learned is they will purposely put chickens in dark rooms to stress them out because it makes them think they're dying, so they lay eggs more. And like, I don't know
That's
all the
fucking brutal,
right?
bro.
It's terrible. That's how you get more eggs. And it's like, I don't fuck with factory farming. I don't like that process. I don't like the way animals are raised, especially veal. Luckily, we like voted that out as a state when we legalized marijuana. We were like, no more veal fucking no. And I also don't like the industry itself because it plays on the fact that, you know, everything's expensive and people want meat. I get that. Not wanting to contribute to that. But the whole like movement about not eating animals because they're living beings, I personally don't subscribe to that. Because it's like eating animals is very much a part of the story of human life.
You're right.
And like it provides iron to people. Like I'm anemic and I crave burgers before my period starts.
Yep.
Like, and I eat a burger because I need it.
Yep.
And it's just like I can never see myself completely walking away from meat. I try to not, you know, get like a fucking 6-pack of steaks from Costco because it doesn't make sense for one person by themselves.
I think it totally makes sense.
You know, that's you.
I think it totally makes sense.
You know, it does if you're because Costco is great. I love
Yes.
Costco. You buy in bulk and you know you do the thing, but like I can't give up pork.
Oh my god.
I love pork, and I that's my favorite meat is pork.
Yeah.
And like I've actually learned a lot because I mean I work with a lot of different dietary restrictions and allergies and stuff like that, and you know like we have to work with halal products, which has been really informative and really interesting to learn about because I honestly just didn't know about it originally. And I respect the practice of it. I'm not a religious person, so I won't be a part of that, but I see it and I understand it and I fuck with it, you know, like when you want your food kosher and stuff like that. But yeah, like I can't give up meat. I can't.
It's so
I tried to
good.
be a vegetarian one time in high school and I like got sick because I wasn't getting the vitamins and the nutrients that I needed because I wasn't doing it correctly.
You guys remember when we were kids and they came out with that fucking Atkins diet? You remember that?
Atkins. Oh my god.
Where
Yeah.
you could eat bacon and cheese and anything you wanted besides bread. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. I remember my mom was like, my mom was like, oh yeah, we're having bacon again for dinner. I was like, holy shit, what is this diet? I was like, I'm in. I was like, I'm fucking sold.
Have you guys heard of cooking bacon in the microwave?
Yeah. That
Wild.
sounds gross.
No, yeah.
Deep fryer, yeah.
Okay,
Or
so
air fryer.
So
Yeah.
it's actually not. It's very bizarre of a concept, but you can do it.
Really?
And it makes really nice bacon.
Huh.
Like I was
What?
like, this bitch is crazy who was telling me about it, but then I tried it and I was
Do you
like,
put it
actually.
in water?
No, so you put it on a plate and you like layer it in paper towels and it absorbs the fat from the bacon and it cooks it in like 3 minutes.
No way.
And it's like perfectly straight, crispy bacon. And
That's wild,
I like
bro.
it because I fucking hate cleaning up messy things like frying bacon.
Oh, I got one for
like,
you.
What?
You ever cook with a bunch of oil?
Yeah.
And like maybe you're making a broth, and all that oil's sitting on the top. If you take cubes of ice,
Yes.
fucking
Yes.
pulls it right out.
Yes,
dude.
it does.
You know it's great, and then you can like peel it off and save it for later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Throw it all in a fucking. It
Yeah.
melts right back on itself.
Yes. Do you guys know what a demi-glace is?
Ooh, that
No
sounds
idea.
delicious,
Okay,
though.
so a demi-glace is like a really fancy, very cooked down gelatinous stock, and it's very French. So it starts off as like you roast the veal bones, and like you roast them to the point where like the marrow and the bones start to melt out like butter, and then you like paint tomato paste on the bones, and you roast like carrot, celery, and onion. You throw it into a pot with like whole peeled tomatoes.
I'm so hard.
I was
so
just
fucking wet. And you like cook the stock for a day, and then you take all the matter out, you strain it, and then you just cook that bitch down. And you go from
Talk
like
dirty to me. Talk dirty.
you go from like 30 gallons of beef stock to this like jello. Okay, and you use it to make all these other sauces because it's like it starts as a base, and like in French cuisine you have like a mother sauce or like a daughter sauce, and it's all these different branches of sauce that it's based on, and it's literally like a 3-day process to get 6 quarts of this stuff, but it's like
Crazy.
liquid gold.
I'm more into like the stepsister sauce.
Yeah. Was that another fart?
I'm kidding.
I think I heard another fart. It's just farting
Just
in here.
every 15 minutes.
Oh my
that's
God.
That was a queef.
He just
Alex.
wants us to. That was a queef. You know, revelation about queefs, they only happen during sex.
What?
Pussy farts are cute.
Wait.
Okay.
Not,
Yes,
not
as-
masturbation.
As somebody, no.
Really?
As somebody who's had a pussy for almost 30 years,
Nice.
okay, it's never happened unless there was sex. Because when you think about it, it's like an air thing.
yeah.
You
It's
know,
when
yeah, exactly. Like
yeah.
you're not gonna rub your clit. And,
It's like a
have
fucking-
an air bubble in your
It's like a-
vaginal
it's like a-
canal.
It's like a 50cc engine with a fucking compression problem.
Love
compression
that.
leak.
So mechanic.
Yeah.
Just so automechanic.
You got no fucking gaskets in there, brother.
Wow, NASCAR, vroom, zoom, Mazda. You know,
Zoom, and a boom, boom.
that makes me think to the thong song
Oh, my
specifically.
goodness.
Thong. So I'll get frosted tips.
Oh my god.
What's Cisco up to?
Shout out Cisco. Shout out Cisco. I love that meme where it was just like, yeah, Jesus walked on water, but Cisco walked on bitches.
He did. He did. One stat for Cisco. And a
Facts.
leap
One
for men with
I don't-
questionable intentions.
I feel like Bill Cosby's the leader of that.
Whoa.
Yo. What did the fellas say? Pause. Pause. Isn't he like the mayor of Shelburne? Like, don't people don't fuck with him out there, right? Hopefully.
No one talks to him.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, he just got out of prison, right?
Fucking
Let me see if I can get this. I don't know. Well, the pod won't be able to see it, but
sorry, Pod. I can see
fine.
it.
We can
That's all that
timestamp
matters.
it.
Where is it here? No, we can keep
I got
talking.
it.
Just keep talking. I'm going to find it in 30 seconds.
Words.
Oh, you know what?
Words.
I mean, for real though, like everyone thought he was cool,
Until he wasn't.
and then
Until he started drugging and raping people.
but people knew though. People did know.
See, that's the thing about people. Because, again, it's the industry. And people will know shit and they won't say anything because they're so desperate to reach their goals in life that they think that if they just play along and keep secrets, that it'll be fine.
I remember the
Who is this
conspiracy.
again? Bill Cosby, obviously.
Yeah, it's my grandfather.
Hold
Bill
on.
Cosby.
I remember
Oh.
I remember the conspiracy.
Wow.
My favorite conspiracy. Remember I said I thought of one earlier?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Buckle up.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Get in the Wrangler.
Epstein was a scapegoat for the political elites. Okay.
Okay.
The island wasn't even Epstein's. It was all put into his name.
They all paid rent.
They-
it was
it
like
was-
dues.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Listen, he was the scapegoat because think about it. As soon as that shit happened,
Brother, are you lactose intolerant?
as soon as that shit happened, he was taken out, right? Can't talk no more. He's gone.
Mm-hmm.
The closest one to him got in and out on some like super protected type of
Yeah.
custody, 18 months, and is now already out on some other island. We have no idea where she is. Probably guarded by fucking 75
Who is this?
Ghislaine
Oh,
Maxwell.
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine?
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 Ghislaine? Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So, fucking, she's being protected by a half a army, and
In prison, right?
no, she's already out.
Oh, she's out.
She
Oh, I
only
gotta
got
keep up.
She got 18 months.
Fuck.
It's 2024.
Yikes.
Where you at?
Yeah, I'm not.
We're
paying
going into
attention.
2025.
I need to start paying attention.
So as I'm saying, so she's out, and now all of a sudden, we got this thing going on with Diddy, right?
'Cause
Who,
he did it.
Let's say
Yeah.
nobody's even saying, except for Justin Bieber, no one's really saying that there were children there.
Mm-hmm.
That it was just a lot of homosexual
Well, except for Usher.
interactions.
Yeah. Usher was definitely a kid.
Usher, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Usher and Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
All right, but aside from them,
How old was
it's
Leo?
hold on.
Who?
Leo DiCaprio.
I
was in all
mean,
those
he's a
things.
freak, dude. He acts like he has trauma.
So, but I mean, he's one of the best actors in the world.
But they all have trauma.
Yeah.
They're all been through
It's a
something.
sacrifice I'm
How many-
willing to
how many
have him
Fame
make.
is trauma.
How many movies has he done produced by Harvey Weinstein?
Well, that's the thing.
How many
Oh,
movies?
But back to the conspiracy.
yeah.
So, I mean, just look at all the attention that the Diddy shit's getting,
Mm-hmm.
and it's nothing in comparison to what happened on
Right.
the
I
other
truly
parties.
just believe it's because Diddy's black. honestly.
No.
But that's just me.
There's
me.
way more variables. Why would you
Right.
rely on just the most basic one?
Because I'm basic. I'm a
No,
basic
there's
bitch.
so many other variables. Like, the
Yeah.
guy definitely killed fucking Tupac. Or had him killed.
Well,
I think-
that's the thing. Diddy was involved in a lot of things. I mean, he blew up Kid Cudi's car. We know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Like that.
True.
That's stated.
There we
like,
go.
Yeah.
You know, like, and the thing is like I don't know if it's a conspiracy to believe this, but I truly believe everyone was involved and they all knew what was going on. Because like, I just saw a clip the other day. I think it was on The Apprentice, and like Aubrey O'Day, who is a member of Danity Kane, like she was very vocal about Diddy being a bad person, and she's
On The Apprentice?
Well, just in general, but then she was on The Apprentice, and Donald Trump was like, "Oh, do you like Diddy? You think he's a good person?" She's like, "I don't really want to comment on that." And he's like, "I think he's a good person. He's a good guy. He didn't do anything wrong." And it's like, why would you say that? Suspicious.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, my thing with Jeffrey Epstein is I think he was dealing with more high profile cases for sure. You know, like Prince Andrew, Bill Gates, like these are way bigger names. I think
The Clintons.
Diddy,
Yeah, the
Clintons.
political
Yeah.
people, yeah.
absolutely. Like I think Diddy probably was involved with people politically because Donald Trump obviously had something to do, and he then became a political person.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like when you're in situations like that, from my own personal experience, there's definitely like a group mentality, you know, where like everybody feels like they have to be quiet and compliant because either their life is on the line or their career is on the line. Like, I feel like they're genuinely motivated to make bad decisions for a reason,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you know, because like I've been a victim of a crime and it took me a long time to talk about it. And, you know, like that goes for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if Diddy's blowing up cars to a high profile celebrity that we know about, like imagine
It's-
being nobody.
Yeah, it proves my point though, is like, because it's the celebrities, you know what I mean? It's getting all the attention. But and does it really matter? Of course it doesn't matter. Why can't this billionaire who's wildly successful and has created wildly why can't he do whatever he wants with his money? I would. Not maybe I wouldn't do the stuff
Yeah,
he
you
was
can
doing,
do whatever you
but
want
like,
as long as it's not a crime.
right. But the point is, here is this thing that should be like, from any reporter. Just think about it. If you were a reporter, I know if I was a reporter right now, and I had all the evidence and the proof that
Yeah.
the political people running our governments are terrible people, and we have to get them out. That's all I'd want to do.
Yeah.
But we are in a society where those people are completely forgot about, shut up and forgot about very quickly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
If there's a conspiracy, I think it's just that right there is like well, I mean, that just branches into a bunch of things, but the fucking we're being it's like a binky. We're being pacified.
Well,
It's
that's the thing,
happening.
you know, like news stations and conglomerates, they're biased. I think that's very, you know, important to
and they're
understand.
open about it now.
I mean, there are entities that can be non-biased, but they're always speaking from a perspective
Yeah.
of whatever their audience is or whatever they want it to be. And, you know, you're definitely spoon-fed information, and then, you know, there's privacy and NDAs. Like, once you sign an NDA, you're cooked, dude.
Yeah,
like, you
that's
say shit, you're getting sued to tits,
Yep.
and you're done, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's the thing about it, you know, like, it's very easy to put a lens on a celebrity who, like, doesn't know how to navigate the public space or PR or anything like that. But if you're a high profile figure or a politician, it's just like, you know, it just takes a phone call
Yeah.
to whoever.
When you have as much power in the media and like the rap game as Diddy, and
Yeah.
if you think about that, like, so Diddy came up in the 90s, and the opposite of Diddy is Suge Knight. Suge Knight was in your face, gangster. You want to fuck with me? I'm gonna give you AIDS, like you did to Eazy-E, stuff like that. But it's like, but with Diddy, he played it so down, like, I'm the party boy, come to the parties. Yeah, sure, it was sex trafficking and stuff like that. That's crazy to think about. Suge
Yeah.
Knight was just killing people straight up.
Right? You're
He
like,
was,
"Oh,
and
this is
everyone
two
knew about
bad
Suge.
things."
Everyone knew about Suge. Be like, yeah, you don't mess with Suge. Period.
And that's the
so,
thing. Like, I feel like Diddy has more charisma than Suge Knight, and I think that's so powerful.
I think it's different charisma because
Yeah.
Suge did not give a.
You know who the wild
He's
boy
gonna hit
is?
you with his
Yeah.
car, go in reverse like he did.
Yeah.
Remember in like 2019 when he hit that guy? He was just
coming to ask for like I think it was like $1,000 show.
Yeah.
And she
That's
goes,
wild.
watch this.
Over.
Boom, boom.
He's like,
just
no
kept
thanks.
going.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna pay you. Bye.
Yeah.
Yo,
Exactly.
no one's more wild though than King Von.
Yeah.
Didn't he kill some?
Oh, what?
Okay, so
Yo,
I
what?
don't
Yeah.
really know about that.
King
but
Von
like
had
this guy I work with,
bodies.
like, kind of told me about it.
No,
Like,
yeah,
he
no,
killed
he's
a lot of people.
Oh,
yeah.
a lot of bodies. Yep. There's a whole documentary. It's like 6 hours long on YouTube. The person who made that doc, really invested everything they had into that because it's amazing. They got like all the Instagram or the Twitter tweets back and forth between like all the live streams. Literally,
And they're just saying everything, incriminating themselves.
oh my, all of it,
Idiots.
all of
Idiots.
it,
That's
all of
and
it.
that's the difference. Because like Diddy will incriminate himself in his own way, and you know the clips are showing up and whatever. But it is a game.
Yep.
To keep something that bad and that high scale secret for a long time, there's a game to it. A lot of politicking and a lot of bullshitting that happens. And then there's also people that do bad things and they're just like so brazen that they're not thinking about the calculation of how to figure out the longevity of their crimes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
true.
like how do I do this for as long as possible? Like some people are just like up to shit, you know, or they're raised in environments where they feel like the best thing for them to do is to kill people or rob or do whatever it is that they're doing to get by. And then there's people like a Diddy that are just like creating a methodical network of heinous crimes. Like I genuinely feel he's a domestic terrorist.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Well,
Because he's just like affecting so many communities.
Oh,
and these
yeah,
are just the
it's wild.
stories that we hear about.
I mean, we're sitting here right now talking about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
And we're in Leeds.
There's a beautiful waterfall down the street.
Hey, yeah.
Loved it. That was a beautiful ride in.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
seen
the
it.
backyard is a golf course.
Yes.
Cute.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the country club over
Yep.
there.
Yes.
Over there.
Yep,
that
yep,
one.
yep.
That
But
one, I think.
it's crazy because it's just like there was so much power between Diddy and all that stuff, and I just wonder at the same time, like I didn't know if I don't know if like Tupac and Biggie were killed because they were going to split off into not their own label but separate labels. So Suge was losing his best talent. Diddy was losing his best talent.
Yeah.
Why not send people and take out the competition? You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like he said, he had everybody. You know, between both of those producers, they had everybody in besides the South. The South, where you had like Outkast, Goody Mob, all those guys down south, they were doing their own fucking thing. But it was the East-West battle that everyone was worried about, and it was just like people dropped like flies, and then all of a sudden it stopped.
Yeah.
Once those two big
I,
names
think,
went.
I would like to believe it's because people were just tired of like seeing people they
Oh
love.
yeah, man. You know
Like
what?
I would hope.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't speak.
see
I haven't
that.
done that much research
But
on it.
But I mean,
the two front runners were taken out. It's like think about it. If Kamala and Trump were both assassinated,
Mamala.
did you?
Kamala like Mamala.
what did I say? Kamala?
Did
I'm thinking Kamala Khan from Marvel. I'm sorry.
Did you see?
Oh.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm a nerd.
That's She-Hulk, right?
No.
No.
No,
Don't
come
say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. It's the Marvels. She is Miss Marvel.
She's got it. She's got it. She's got it.
I know.
That was awesome. Yeah.
We got there.
Nerd
We got
gang.
there.
She's honestly like one of the most OP characters, dude. She's
For sure.
dope.
Hell yeah. Kamala
She's so
Khan.
dope.
She's great. She's great.
Yeah.
Love her. What are her powers?
So she can like manipulate.
She's got these wristbands.
Well,
Love that.
that's true from the show. But like her actual powers, she can like and please don't butcher me if I get anything wrong. She can like harness energy from a parallel universe in
Okay.
front of her. And that's how she can like move throughout space. Like she can just build something and like keep.
Love that.
It's dope. And then on top of that, she can use that energy mixed with her ability to like expand all that energy throughout her body into one potential point.
Okay.
So she can like make her fists real big and hit you, boom. You know, or like
Cool.
whatever. She's
Yeah.
dope. And she gets to the point to where she can harness it so well that she becomes giant as fuck.
Nice.
And that's badass.
Kamala Khan.
Yeah.
Miss Marvel.
She's
Hell
fucking
yeah.
sick.
I still have to see the Marvels. Or the Marvels. The Marvels.
It was good. It was
Yeah.
a good movie. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I'm one of those nerds that like I feel like Marvel just doesn't do wrong. Like, I know they have flops and stuff, but every single movie, it's continuity for me. Every single movie pulls into another in like multiple ways, and there's Easter eggs, and there's foreshadowing, and
my favorite is Thor Ragnarok.
Yes,
that's a fun one. It's very camp. I love it.
It's very 80s how comics are supposed to be.
Have you seen Deadpool and Wolverine though?
The new one? I've seen both. I've seen both. I've seen both. Okay.
Wait, the one with Wolverine in it.
Oh wait, I said both. There's like 3 of them.
Yeah, there's 3.
I've seen 1 and 3.
Okay, all right. The one with Hugh Jackman. That's all that matters.
Yes.
Yo, amazing.
Yeah, that was a good one. That I liked it. One of my favorite parts of the movie is like it's going and it's almost at the end. And he's like, "Don't worry, like this is the final act."
yeah.
I was like, "Oh, thank you for telling me. I was wondering, Mr. Deadpool."
Breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah,
that's always fun.
Oh, Eric hasn't seen it yet.
It's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's too late,
went right into it. It's so non-consequential.
Bro, it's right behind Black Panther. I can't fucking hold you back anymore.
You haven't seen Black Panther either? Okay.
No, I'm just saying it's in box sales. It's right behind Black Panther. So if you haven't seen it yet, that's your own. I'm not holding back anymore.
You actually have to see it as a double feature with It Ends With Us.
Okay, sounds good.
Because that's how they were marketing it. Because Blake was in It Ends With Us, and Ryan was in Deadpool, and they marketed it together, even though they're totally different movies.
Interesting. I seen Us. That was a good kids movie.
Yeah.
My daughter loves it. Yeah.
It Ends With Us.
It Ends With Us.
Yeah.
Or the movie Us.
No, definitely It Ends With Us. I was gonna say.
Shit.
I thought you were being funny. I was like,
no, I thought
it's not. It's about domestic violence.
Oh, well, then I should.
Oh, for us, then it's a kids' movie.
It deals with heavy subject matter.
That's perfect.
That's great. That's funny as hell.
I remember one of the first times, like one of my oldest memories. It's not my oldest, but one of my oldest is my sister got the movie It, and made me and my brother watch it. And we were supposed to be all scared, right? It was her and her friends, and they wanted us to be scared. Well, my brother was so scared that I found it fucking hilarious. And like to this day, like scary movies, I don't know. It's just too much. It doesn't. There's 2 scary movies that have ever like gotten to me. Insidious 1.
Ooh, good one.
That was great.
Yeah.
And I may have been on a lot of drugs.
Love that.
Well, all right,
Hopefully
it was drugs. It was drugs.
Hopefully it wasn't downers.
And then the other one I was going to say is I think it's called Into the House.
Okay.
And it's about this guy. It's like a psychological thriller. It's about this guy who's like, he's trying to like meld his family life back together. And it's like really intense. And then the ending culminates with like, he thinks his wife is like seeing this woman. And so he's like trying to track her down, and it turns out she's a therapist. And then it turns out that like she's actually his therapist, and he lost his family. Like he accidentally burned down his family's house. So it all culminates in this scene, and it's the guy from Gerard Butler. It's Gerard
Love him.
And the whole movie culminates in this where he's realizing it all, and the house is burning down around him, and he's holding his daughters, and that shit fucking killed
What's it called?
me.
Into the House?
I think it's called Into This House.
Oh no, I think I've seen this. Yeah. It's ringing a bell. Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, that was a fucked up movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love horror. That's a hard word.
The number 23.
Horror.
The number 23
yeah,
is
with what's his
Jim
face?
Carrey.
Yeah, Jim Carrey.
That's another one.
That's like
Holy
the devil's
shit.
number.
Yeah, I love it. There's this vivid memory in my head. This vivid memory. You guys know M. Night Shyamalan's Unbreakable with Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
And then the first one. No, the first like that final, like not boss battle where he finds that rapist where he's like literally just like chaining
Your face. Like, what?
Are we talking about the same movie?
Unbreakable?
I thought Unbreakable had a train crash.
Yeah, it did. That's
Okay.
He was the only one that survived.
Yeah.
That's how he basically knew they had
Unbreakable.
superpowers.
That's the first
And then-
30 seconds.
Yeah, and then so when he touches people, you can see all the bad things they've done.
Right.
And he finds this one guy at the baseball stadium, wherever he's working. It was just like, he waits at people's doors and it goes, "Hey, nice house. Can I come in?" And it always ends up with him breaking through and busting in, like tying everybody up and doing whatever. And I had this, like, as a kid, I watched it way too young. And I was just like, if anyone comes to my door, I'm just going to lock it and run away.
Yeah.
But it was, so when we were kids, we had a UPS driver go off the side of a bridge. And he walked all the way to our house in West Hampton. We lived right up the, like, not right up the road. So he was bleeding.
Yeah.
And he showed up to the door and he knocked on the door and was just like, "Hey, I need some help," covered in blood. And my dad didn't let him in the house.
Because he was covered in blood?
No, because my dad had OCD and he didn't want blood on the carpets.
Oh, real.
Yeah.
Real.
So it was fucking crazy. But I was just like, it totally just reminded me of
Yeah.
that time where it's just like, don't let that motherfucker in at all. You don't know whose that is. And it was like, and then I watched Unbreakable again. I watched Unbreakable again as an adult, and I was just like, this is fucking insane. You should have just let the UPS guy in and helped him.
Right. Let him in.
Here's
right? Even if you, like, can't let him in, help him.
For sure.
Here's the difference between me and Eric's growing up. In my house, we had guns in almost every drawer.
Yeah.
So,
True.
you know.
You got that thing on.
Yeah, we got that thing. That's why I was so comfortable bringing that ear piercing gun to school. I didn't think it was nothing. I'm like, fuck, I could have brought the 22. I could have brought the 9.
I'll pierce your ear right now.
Yes,
I'll show you. Give me a gun.
You had that Clear's 45 in your pocket. You heard fucking pop, pop.
I just want it covered in rhinestones. I feel like if I did have a gun, it would have to be covered.
Yo,
in
why
rhinestones.
didn't we have Bejeweled when we were kids? We could have
I
been
did. I
fucking
don't know how old you guys
slinging,
are, but
bro.
I did.
How old?
I think we're all the
what,
same.
What year were you born?
1996.
96.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
you're
year.
not
Fine
young.
vintage.
Yes.
No. Sometimes I forget I'm 28. I'm like, oh,
That's crazy.
No.
26? No.
Trust me, I was 28 like a week ago.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Time flies when you fuck way too many bitches when you was young. That's all.
Relatable.
Love you, babe.
Relatable.
Love you.
Not fucking too many bitches now. Fucking
Yes.
one, and it's great. It's great. It's great.
Amen. Amen.
I get that. I get that.
No, I'm a 92 baby.
Okay. When were you born,
The oldest.
Damien?
94.
Not
Okay.
about.
All right. All over. When were you born?
94.
Word.
Damn. So yeah, we're all 2 years apart.
He's
Well,
2
a year
weeks
and a half.
younger than me.
Yeah, a year and a half.
Young ass little boy.
Nice. What's everybody's star sign?
I'm a Libra.
Okay.
Virgo.
Taurus.
Oh.
Yes, very earthy.
Very good.
Did you,
What you got?
we on our
Virgo.
You're Virgin?
Oh.
You guys are Virgin?
yeah.
11.
Never forget. Never forget.
The Alamo.
We on our
That's
first
also Ludacris's birthday.
on our inaugural episode we looked up our compatibility.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, you guys are very compatible,
I
right?
guess so.
that
Yeah.
was yeah.
I guess so.
Our friendship works. Yeah.
Really
I like the part
compatible.
where it was like, you know, like I think it was like something along the lines of like your sign or like forces you to like do new
Yeah,
things or something.
I'm his beta cuck.
Yeah.
That's what we talk about. Alright, thanks.
You're like, that is us. You make me do things all the time.
Aw, I just want to fucking sleep and do mushrooms.
Yay!
Damien's like, get the fuck out of bed.
Yeah, let's
idiot.
do stuff. You can do mushrooms on the go.
Yeah, that's
I've been up since 5:30, brother.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
I've taken 3 shits. Like let's
That's okay.
That's good.
What the fuck
No
does
hairs?
that have to do
No
with
hairs.
anything?
you know how many videos I can make 3 shits.
Damien needs a hair trap in his toilet.
Oh my god. I was like talking to a friend at work the other
That's
day.
wild.
And they were like
Fucking wild, bro.
they were like, yeah, we timed this guy in the bathroom because he like routinely takes the same like bathroom break at 5:00 every day. And they're like, yeah, we timed him and it took 17 minutes. Like that's
Nice.
a long time. I think they were just watching videos.
I was gonna say that's 15 minutes of
Reels.
Pornhub.
Hold on. So I don't know if you know this. But I know this because I'm
Okay.
a blue collar motherfucker.
I thought you were gonna say blue belt. I'm like,
If-
cool.
No, I'm beyond that actually. I'm beyond a blue, by the
Love
way.
that. Cool.
So hold on. The point is though that if you take 10 minutes to take a shit every single day, because you get your breaks, right?
Yeah.
But 5 days a week, if you work 40 hours and you take a 10-minute shit,
Okay.
that's 50 minutes a week times 52 weeks. That's 40 hours
Oh, shitting.
of shitting. That's an entire week
Love that.
paid
Not getting
vacation.
paid, though.
No, you're getting paid. You don't get paid when you take a shit.
Oh no, I do. But like, I would like to get overtime when I shit. You know,
deserve.
But then you
my
got
body's working. I'm working.
But then you got to get all the way to overtime.
Yeah, that's fine. I got into an argument with someone not too long ago, and they were
being
like, 40 hours is overtime. I'm like, no, that's like the last hour before overtime. Like 41 plus like a minute is overtime. And it was like this like never ending argument. I'm like, you just don't get it. I don't know where to go. I don't know what else to say.
Also, fuck Henry Ford for making a 40-hour work week.
Yeah. Fuck Henry Ford.
Henry Ford, you son of a bitch, you old bastard.
That's a great conspiracy,
I want
bro.
3 days off.
That's it. Why wouldn't you want? I mean,
know?
you can work 4 days, but it should be split up. Like 2, 2, 2, then 2.
I read a meme
so
today
perfect.
that really sat with me in my spirit, and it was like working 5 days in a row to get 48 hours off is not cool. Like, I don't fuck with that.
The Swedes, I mean, look at their model. They work fucking 4 days or 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And everybody works and everyone's happy. Or I think it's 4 days. Actually, it was maybe like it was like 4 or 5 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
The state of Massachusetts presented a bill where they're trying to get passed to allow companies to make that decision. And what they can do to keep a continuous operation is they can just break their crews already and put them on, flop schedules.
Okay.
So like, and you could have 10, say you got 20 people. You could have 10 people working Monday through Thursday. And then you have the other 10 people working Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then it just keeps oscillating over and over and over and over and over.
I do like that. That's what going
Why
back
not?
to the fire department, that's what they do in Springfield. It's like 4 days on, 4 days off, 4 days on, 4 days off. Yeah. And I like that because it's like you can do your errands, you can have some time,
Right.
you can do your thing. Because like you need 2 days off is not enough. Because I don't know about you guys, but I always feel like I have to do all my tasks on one day, and then the other one's like a free day.
Yes.
Hopefully, maybe, possibly.
See, that's wild. Imagine having 4 kids. Like, it has to be done every day.
Yeah.
So they're like breaking your time up to every single day. Like it's gonna be rough when you get there.
Oh yeah, like I
gonna be
want
fun.
kids.
It's gonna be real fun.
But like I know I'm not ready for it because I could not imagine. And like I know sometimes you're not ready till you're just like doing it and you can't.
No,
really
that's how it
plan,
is.
You know,
That's how it is.
And that's the thing. Like I turned 24, 25, and I was like, I'm gonna have my first kid by 30, and I'm 28, and I'm like, no.
I had
That's
my
not
first
happening.
kid 2.5 weeks before I was 18.
Yeah.
I was still 17
Crazy.
when he was born.
Crazy. Insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's not even wild. That's not even that wild. So
No,
the mother of my youngest son, Jacob, she had her first kid when she was 13.
Yeah. My best friend in high school, she had her first daughter when she was 15.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's my dad.
I mean, that used to be a cultural norm.
Had our sister.
Yeah, you don't really hear about it anymore. No.
It's kind of crazy too.
It's frowned upon.
I think it's just
that's
people
one I
growing up
agree.
and seeing it and being like, it's a wonderful experience to be able to keep the baby and live your life and do your thing, but it's a very daunting experience.
What's the color of the stripe that we're gonna have for against pedophiles? That's the color I want to fucking rep.
Right? You're like, which one is it? Teal? What color isn't taken yet?
Fuck.
I don't know. There's so many colors.
You're the on grounds correspondent right now. Teal.
Like, I don't like that. I don't
The
stand with that.
anti-pedophile stripe.
Oh my god.
Fuck. What would be a good color? I'm like
Thinking about
I'm like,
brainstorm. Get back to me.
looking at the maps and shit. Like, damn, let me find a good color.
Purple.
No, that's the
color of grimace.
That's the color. Of,
Anti-chicken nuggets.
Anti-chicken nuggets. I will not drink the
I
fucking
won't stand
grimace
for that.
shake.
I won't stand for
I
that.
actually don't fuck with McNuggets. It's
What?
about the Wendy's nugget.
Of course. Yes.
Yeah, with the sweet and sour sauce.
Do you spicy nugget?
No, I don't care for it. Like, I like spicy food.
nugget.
I love peppers.
Ooh.
But I just want a chicken nugget and a sweet and sour sauce.
No, I do have to applaud Damien because I've seen the way he goes about raising children, discipline, stuff like
Yeah.
that. And it's I've seen. So his son Jacob does get in trouble sometimes, but the way
Naturally. it
the,
happens.
what the way Damien hands it, like just perfectly. It's just you know what I mean. It's just like goes, sits in his corner. He knows not to talk to anybody. But I went up to Damien the other day and I go, between your martial arts knowledge and the way you discipline Jacob, he's going to be the best UFC cornerman in the world. He's going to be
Just hello.
yeah, no, he's like, you ain't hitting him right. You gotta
Yeah.
come on, Rock. We know you got it.
All
in ya.
Damien can think about is you speaking into the mic.
No, listen, that's hilarious.
His parenting here.
That's hilarious. No, because he's, I don't know what else he's got oppositional defiance disorder.
Okay.
So whatever the rules are,
He says,
from his
fuck your rules.
from his heroin addicted mother, motherfucker.
Okay.
That's real. That happens. Yeah.
So he's got this crazy disorder that we're trying. Dude, we've had fucking like 20 different specialists come into our house, observe him, do tests, study. You know what I mean? And he goes through the whole program. He's done it like 3 times. He goes through the whole thing. They're like, oh, he's good. He has months, like a whole month of good behavior. And then as soon as everything's back to normal, he's stealing. He's hitting people. He's constantly being disruptive in class. It's oppositional defiance disorder.
For sure.
Yeah.
He came from an area where it was normal for them to just fucking smack the shit out of him. Right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I don't have that option unless it's serious, and I gotta smack his and put him over my knee. And if I'm putting him over my knee, it's a symbolic thing.
Yeah.
That's accepted by the motherfucking CPS. I've Googled
Sponsored by CPS.
I've Googled it. All right.
Your old ass said CPS, just like
They're no longer called DSS, DCF. I don't know.
No,
There's so many
it's,
different acronyms
DDS.
now.
All I know
DDS?
DDS.
Oh, shit.
All I know is
DCF is still there too.
Okay.
DDS.
There's so many different ones. Now.
all I know is that I can't resort to hitting him because that's just what he was used to. That's just gonna make him revert even harder. So all I can do, what am I gonna do? Throw his ass outside? No, I gotta fucking
talking is the best way, you know.
isolate him into a corner. Well, here's the thing: is 4 years of talking.
Yeah.
With
Takes a toll.
with oppositional defiance disorder, they find honestly the more attention that you give to that is just more detrimental. It's like giving a drug addict money all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, my sister has been addicted to meth for a long time. She's sober now, thank God, and I hope she stays that way. But so many times where she's all kinds of excuses. And she has a whole laundry list of people she'll message and say, I need $5. And she'll message every one of them. And a whole bunch of people will send her $5 because they think she's trying to get a bus ride to back home. In all reality, she's just getting fucking $50 together to go buy another bag. It's enabling is really what it is. So my only option until we can find some sort of specialist that he can be with daily is isolation, because like I just said, like, it just feeds the problem.
Yeah.
And I'm lost because none of my other kids act this way. I mean, even he'll say like, I know that I'm safe. I know that I'm loved. But it's just, he just wants to keep doing the, you know, it's.
That's the thing. I don't have personal experience with it, but I dated somebody who worked in this program called TTC, and I don't remember what the acronym is, but he was in an elementary school and he was working with kids with disorders like that, and they couldn't be in like the general population with other students, and it was like one-on-one. It was like a totally normal day to have like chairs thrown and like police showing up and all these things, and like you really want to help these kids and you don't necessarily know how to, and the best thing to do is just to like give them that support every single day and like hope for the best, you know. But it's a harrowing experience to be a part of, because you're literally like being attacked every day, and it's like it's a kid and they're struggling because they don't want to hurt anybody or themselves or anything like that, and you're just trying the best that you can do, because the worst thing you can do is give up or, you know, perpetuate that and like make it seem like that's okay, because it's like life is so much better without violence, and you know,
for sure.
like,
And oh, do you guys? No,
No,
I was
no,
gonna say
great.
the toughest thing is with having 4 children. They all need that. They all need certain levels of attention. And I mean, I've said it to him. So he's aware of that.
Yeah.
So it's like, now that he's aware of it, it's like he wants to do everything he can to just pull me away from them so that I'm sitting there conversating.
Yeah, that's tough.
Like, as I said earlier, I know a decent, I've studied psychology quite a bit. And it's just a fucking, it's going to be a loop. It's It's funny because right behind you on that insanity, look at it on the left.
Right here.
No, on the black and green one.
Yeah.
Degradation, vice, insanity. It's funny because my
Marijuana.
whole yeah, right. But it's funny. My whole life, like one thing that I've been worried about is like being insane, making the same decisions and like thinking it was
doing
okay.
it over
you know
and
what I
over and over.
mean? And now here, my youngest son is he's doing that, and it's like,
fuck. Like, how do we get out of that? Yeah.
So
okay. Do you guys edit this? Because I really have to pee.
oh, you're good.
thank
Do your
God.
thing.
Okay.
Do your thing. We
have
can
to
run
piss
some ads,
so bad.
brother.
Oh
we-
no, I can't go back.
You're good.
Well, let's give a shout out to Barry Pinsky for that Move the Mic.
That is amazing.
Wooden mural. Hey,
Dude.
thanks, Barry. You're really funny, and we're going to come up and perform on your stage in front of some skiers, I think.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to throw out the bat signal right now. If there's any comedians who are on the list for the show or just watching to have fun, we are getting a bus together and heading up to Barry's place. I'm not exactly sure when yet. We're going to get it all together. As soon as you see this, you got 48 hours to let me know if you're down to go for a ride. I'll handle the gas. We'll handle some sodies. And, you know what I mean? Let's go.
And we also have a show coming up, Bishops.
Oh, shit.
October 11th. It's Danny Pagero, Emily Sierro, myself, Damian Terrian, and Jay Sylvain. It's Jay's first show. Come on, show up, show out. It's Bishop's Lounge. We have fun there. And come out, have some fun.
I just want to say something real quick. Like, I like you, Jay, but you only put into order like maybe 25 minutes of the pod, and I've had to do a lot of it myself, and I'm going to be the only one to finish it and put it out. So, you know what I mean? Like, I want to give you credit and everything, but it's not fair in all reality. So listen, when you hear this, if you're not back in here working by then, you will be shunned. You will be absolutely shunned, and you will get no credit ever again.
This fucking God. Holy fucking, talk about burning bridges, everybody. Holy fucking shit. Oh, fuck. Hey, I'm not saying you'll be shunned, but that's what you hear this fucking guy? Fucking crazy. All right. Well, our talent's back. Let's get back to the pod.
It was a joke.
I'm back. I'm better. I peed. We're good.
I've like mastered it. I've done this for like 5.5 hours.
That's impressive.
Yeah, my bladder is fucking thick.
Mine's not. I'm weak.
I have calluses on my bladder.
Calluses on his
Holding
bladder and
it
hairs in
in.
his asshole.
Love it. So multifaceted.
No, I love podcasting because I started watching Your Mom's House. You ever heard of that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So they used to have Drew Pinsky on, Dr. Drew. And the one thing I took from his podcast with Christina was you're not supposed to push when you pee. My whole life, I've been, get this over with.
It's just let it flow. Let it flow, my brother.
I do the whole core. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I grew up on anime. I know how to push my energy, my chakra from one point to another.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A little bit of jutsu, and
Listen.
I'm done in 10 seconds.
Focus the chi into the pee, baby.
That's
how-
right.
Good rhyme. Good rhyme. Yeah.
My man's on fire.
I'm actually rewatching Attack on Titan right now. Yeah.
I stopped watching it like on season 2. Not that I just stopped, but I just didn't continue.
Yeah.
There's other things. Do you like The Circle? Do you watch The Circle?
It's really fun.
Is that the one?
The social competition? No.
No, okay, that's the one where they're like in a house and it's like social
well, it's
media
a
based.
hotel kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
They have to figure out who's a bot or not. Or if
Right,
they're
I
fake.
haven't personally watched it, but I've
good.
like seen commentary on it and I like it. I like the concept.
There's like 7 seasons now. It's pretty good.
Oh shit.
You could definitely binge the fuck out of it.
I'm gonna have to go on there, be in the circle.
What's your favorite anime?
Honestly, like it's probably Attack on Titan.
Yeah?
Like
For real?
I really have only watched that, and I do love Attack on Titan. Like, I rewatched it because I feel like I didn't understand it or like really like process it correctly, because like I watched it, fell asleep during episodes, probably didn't rewatch and everything, and like on the rewatch I'm like, oh, I missed so much, like, because there's a lot of conversation about the symbolism and the rhetoric used in Attack on Titan, and it's been compared to like Nazi propaganda. And what I think is interesting about Attack on Titan is it's coming from Isayama, who grew up and lives in Japan, and like he's creating a story based off of his own experiences. So it makes sense for me to do a commentary on World War II and how it affected Japan. You know, and it's just like, I don't see it as Nazi propaganda. I see it as a story that makes commentary on Nazis and the whole movement of the fact that like a country was murdering people in plain sight and the world didn't do anything until months, years later, you know.
Years later.
That's the thing, you know, like so much time goes by and they're like, oh, right, we should stop this genocide that's happening here.
I have 4 kids and I've never been as deep as you.
Thank you.
I
you know, it's interesting.
I think you've been as deep. You just fucking came every single time.
Oh, you mean
I just didn't pull out, dude.
Like, oh, so deep.
I snapped out of autism for a moment. It's like,
Have you ever been so deep, fellas? Have you ever been so deep that you snap out of your autism? You're
No,
just like,
no.
no. Heard.
oh, that's dope.
That's time with the boys.
That's it.
Yo,
Come jokes, everybody. Come jokes.
this is great. This is fucking
Coming
great.
now.
Why did I just think of fucking Mulan's dragon?
Because he's dope, dude. He brings jam onto you, your
Does it-
family, your
yeah, it's
cow. Mushu.
Mushu!
Yeah.
Oh,
They took him out of the remake.
no!
Yeah, they were like, nah, we can't have Mushu. But the whole...
Why?
First of all, I didn't even watch the remake. I watched the first 3 minutes because I spent 3 minutes being mad that they changed the way the movie starts.
Fuck.
Because, like, it's not a musical.
Is it live action one you're talking about, right?
Yeah, live action. It's not a musical.
Why?
It's
How
very
can you take out
action-driven.
Mushu?
That's what I'm saying. They
You
were
remember
like,
that-
nah. Because they knew it
They
was
even
going to
had
look crazy.
Mushu pork. Back in the-
That full circle.
And this
circle.
this is the Overlord Bob Iger, right?
Yeah, probably. Because he was at the head of Disney when it was happening, I would imagine. Because he's been there
That's
for a while.
disgrace. That's
Well, that's the thing,
disgrace.
because they took a lot of the story out of Mulan to like make it whatever they wanted it to be, and it ended up being like way more controversial than they were planning.
The only guy I like is Kevin Feige. He's the only one who would still put the
That's the guy who does all the Marvin, right? Channing Tatum as Gambit was good.
Guy. Yo.
I really enjoyed how
Yeah,
bad
he's-
his accent was, but he was so committed.
Yeah.
He was so committed.
waiting years for this one.
And like the costume is so bad.
Yeah.
It's like silly that it's so bad and silly that I love it.
Well,
So
the only
I-
thing bad about it was like the face.
I haven't seen the
Yeah.
movie yet, but does he call himself the Gambit? Is
no,
it comic
he's-
book
he's
accurate?
Gambit.
Oh,
Just Gambit.
Well, I mean,
It's like
he calls himself
Fugees.
"I am the Gambit."
Yeah, but that's because it's comics. I mean,
It's like
he's
a
Gambit.
catchphrase.
Yeah,
It's
well,
just
that's how he
Gambit.
got his name. Where it's just like the
Okay.
gambler stealing everybody. The
Got
Gambit.
you.
Yeah.
Got you.
The card tricks.
Ooh, I just saw his cool moves.
So
I was like, sold.
did y'all know that he's an Omega level
Yeah.
mutant? So
What
what
does
his
that mean?
Okay, so there's a hierarchy, obviously,
Yeah.
to the mutants,
Right.
The
And,
mutant
like,
gene.
Professor
So-
X is like up
Omega.
there.
He's
Right,
Omega, Dark Phoenix.
Mhm.
Well,
Magneto.
not Dark
Jean
Phoenix.
Grey.
Jean Grey,
Magneto.
Magneto,
Okay, yeah.
Wolverine.
The big
Pyro.
ones.
Pyro.
Super.
Yeah,
Is
Pyro.
Storm considered Omega?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, 100%.
Mhm.
She's one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Love her.
True.
Okay.
So, oh wait, who are we talking about?
The Omegas.
Yeah.
Nay.
But what was? What did I bring up? What were we talking about originally?
Omega. Omegas.
Omega
Yeah. But right before that, Fuck. Why did I bring up the Omegas?
You were saying that Gambit is an
Oh,
Omega.
Gambit.
Yeah.
So Gambit, his whole power is that, like Kamala Khan,
Mhm.
he harnesses energy from a different universe.
yeah.
So it's infinite.
Mhm.
It's literally the entire
Cool.
fabric of another.
Doctor Strange as well.
He's
Oh
a
yeah,
sorcerer.
he's
Yeah?
he,
Okay.
yeah, but he's not a mutant.
Oh, okay, right. Different
Yeah.
universe.
Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah. He actually learns like magic.
So the way
Yeah.
Cyclops is one of the biggest Omega level
Yeah.
mutants because his eyes are
A portal
literally
to a
portal
sun
to
in a
just
different
powers.
Yeah.
dimension.
Okay.
So it's just
It's a
great.
sun.
It
It's
just
a
channels.
it's a
through.
portal to a sun.
It's just-
In a,
Yeah.
yeah.
No shit.
Wild.
Crazy. Crazy
Yep.
Watch
stuff.
out for him. Don't
Yep.
look him in the eye.
For real. Jean Grey did
Yeah,
though. She
right
fucking-
behind you, X-Men Alpha, A New World.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I like the cover.
Yeah, that's
And if you remember Deadpool, remember the scene where he's got the missing arm?
Yeah.
That's it.
Got it.
and he's
I mean,
also
it's been
he's
in
also
others,
missing
too,
an eye.
Okay.
So I don't know what
Yeah.
what was the one that was missing an eye? Patch.
The
The Wolverine.
I get it.
That was mentioned.
Patch.
Did he have a patch?
No, I think he literally they call him Patch when he was sitting down at the casino table. In Deadpool, Wolverine, I don't know. I haven't seen it. But I've seen
there's
the
a casino
cuts.
table scene. Yeah.
I've seen the- I've seen
He,
it.
I
like,
don't know if
punches
they
him.
call him Patch though.
I think it's Patch.
Maybe.
Play on words. I see you.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think it's Patch.
Patch. Love that.
Hey.
What flavor is your vape?
It is white gummy watermelon. You want
Ooh.
to try?
Yeah.
Run it up.
Okay, I'm never good at hitting these. They're
So
so
you just
different compared to a dab pen.
Speaking
Oh
of
my
Patch,
God, I got one. Well, yeah. This is almost. Go ahead.
speaking of Patch, I
Ooh,
remember.
that's fun. There's like a little game on the screen. What was that?
It just says
Snake.
the battery and the level of
Oh.
it.
Because there was like a little something going on, a little animation.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, I was probably about 14, 15.
Mhm.
I was going grocery shopping with my mom. And this is probably one of the earliest burns that I really remember. So we went to go through this grocery line, and the bagger obviously had a mental defect. And his name was Patches on his thing.
Okay.
And so we went through, and I was helping him bag everything. Everything was going great. My mom was being very nice. And we go to walk out to the car, and she hands me the keys and goes, "Unlock the car, Patches."
Oh no.
And I go, "Mom, that's fucking hilarious."
Because
our
mother.
Our bagger was just going
Oh no.
and putting stuff
All I
in the
can
thing.
think of
Yeah.
is
I was
like
just like,
Patch
God,
Adams.
my mom's hilarious.
Patch Adams.
Oh,
What is Patch Adams again?
That's Robin Williams, where
Oh,
he's
yeah,
the
yeah,
doctor
yeah.
who like
Okay.
brings happiness to kids,
Love that.
heals them with
nose.
happiness.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
Anything with Robin Williams is a great movie.
Mm.
Great movie.
Yeah.
I can't think of one bad movie that he did.
Yeah.
Flubber?
Neither can
No, I love Flubber.
I don't even. Did I see Flubber as a kid?
What?
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen shit. Apparently.
You know what movie I fucking hate with a
Huh.
great person in it? Dr. Doolittle.
What?
Hate him.
Eddie Murphy?
Hate him.
I don't
What?
hate Dr. Doolittle, but
Hate him.
I think I hate Stuart Little.
Yeah.
Stuart Little is
I
like.
agree with that.
I mean,
Oh,
like,
and then he gets the plane and shit.
yeah,
like,
the little boat race.
Come on.
Imagine being a child in that orphanage and this little fucking mouse
Right? You're
just
like,
gets
what the
adopted
fuck?
before you, and you're just like, go to the pet store, bitch. Like, what the fuck?
Right? They just wanted a free rat or a mouse,
but he,
whatever the fuck
he
is.
already had a T-shirt.
That makes him different.
He's a fucking mouse,
He's a
and there are
mouse.
children in there.
But he's wearing a
He
T-shirt.
comes with his own shirt.
The children are wearing T-shirts also.
They would probably adopt the chipmunks as well. Alvin,
Oh, yeah.
Theodore,
They,
the
they
other
could
guy.
sing. They had talent.
Who's the other guy? Alvin,
Theodore.
I know, but what's the other one? No one
Alvin,
knows.
Theodore.
That guy.
No.
No one cares.
I have no idea.
It's like, what is it? Simon.
Simon!
Yeah.
Yeah.
The nerd with the glasses.
Yeah.
You wanna do it with me?
What?
We'll try to harmonize and make a.
No.
a chipmunk sound.
That would be impressive.
No,
You gotta go a
we're
little
not gonna
lower.
get there. I'm gonna get there.
Let's do it.
I'm not
What's
gonna-
the song they do?
They do them all.
Everything.
Baby.
Yeah.
I know.
It's like Kids
They
Bop.
did like
Yeah.
Maroon
Yeah,
5
exactly.
in there.
The one I immediately think of is Christmas, you know, that's the one.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's fucking hilarious.
I wonder if they did "I Kissed a Girl" by Katy Perry.
Probably.
did.
She
Yo.
did it in Simlish.
One of
Percent.
the first videos I ever made was a video of me making out with stuffed animals on a bed table. "I Kissed a Girl" by Katy Perry.
Is it
That
still on the
fucking
internet?
tracks,
What?
dude. That's on brand.
No, my mom freaked out. It was actually like trending too. My mom
Oh,
freaked
no.
out and
Well, yeah,
made
I
me
mean,
delete
like
it.
out of context, like
Yeah.
Was this pre-Barb?
Who's Barb?
No,
like,
this
are
is
you
way
a Barb,
after
like a
Barb.
Nicki Minaj
This is
fan?
way after Barb, bro.
He does a joke about how he dry humps a my size Barbie.
Come on, man. You've never heard this one?
No.
Really?
No, I have not.
All right, I'm not. You got come out to the next show. What is it? October 11th.
October 11th.
October
Okay.
11th at Bishop's Lounge.
Okay. Also, you should come
If
to
I
my
s-
show on October 4th at Bishop's.
Oh,
Let's do it.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
absolutely.
That's dope.
Plug
Are you
Hell yeah.
hosting soon, or is this like an actual show?
It's an actual show. I'm not
Nice.
hosting. Eddie Diaz is hosting.
Nice.
Yeah, they're calling it Dial C for comedy, and it's a Hispanic heritage show.
Nice.
I'm
Oh.
on there as an honorary Latino because everyone thinks I'm Latino, but I am not.
That's sweet. Listen, I am married, so I can't guarantee that I'll be there.
Okay.
But I will try.
I didn't know where that was going. I was
I
like, is he
will-
gonna call me
listen-
hot?
No, I will definitely try.
Okay, thank
That's
you.
hilarious. Oh man.
Hey, Chris, you and your girl want to watch the kids for us October 4th?
Yeah, say yes.
He's gonna fart
He's
again.
like,
he's
no.
gonna, he's gonna
I
fart
wish that was,
again.
if that was your response, I would bow down.
She's like, I'll forgive the hat if you say yes.
No, I'll only forgive the hat if you fart on command. And then I still won't
He's
forgive
been
it.
farting on accident all night. It's hilarious. Holy shit.
Right? Did you fart? No.
Comedy. He's a.
Did you? That's confidence.
It's crazy because he's not even mic'd up over there, and we can hear him in our headphones.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
Like,
also not even a leather chair, so I don't know how he's getting those octaves out.
oh my god, I just noticed that.
He's
You're
just
fucking farting into cloth. He's forcing them. You're gonna shit your pants doing that.
Boy, that ass is
That's what I'm
tight.
saying. Like, he's gonna shit his pants if he keeps playing that game. I'm just saying. Stay hydrated.
I'm gonna break the tap. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, see, you gotta
can you
piss.
sneak by?
It's a
You got
trend.
it.
Yeah, that was not a sneak, but
No,
it was definitely a
I tried to
pass.
sneak it.
I tried, and nope. Not at all.
So I gotta ask you.
Okay.
All right. So is there like something that's burnt into your memory, like your best set or like anything? Just like, because I have these sets in my mind, be like, that was it. That was top of the fucking line.
Yeah.
I had people laughing. I had fucking everybody on my side where it's like, fuck, that felt so good. And you get off
Yeah.
stage with that high, and you're just like,
Yeah.
there's no drug better.
Yeah.
Like honestly,
Yeah,
like,
I have a moment like that. It was at the Nook.
Of course.
And I was probably a month and a half ago, maybe.
nice. I think I was there.
And I just got out of work late, and I didn't have time to go home and change. So I was like in my work pants and like this fucking cut up tie dye shirt. You could like see my bra through the side, and I looked like a hot mess. I smelled like French fries. And I was like, fuck,
Nice.
whatever. Like, I'm just going to do comedy with the homies. And I brought my friend with me, and she had never been to any of my shows before. She's never seen
You
me
murdered
perform.
that night. I
Thank
remember
you.
that.
I appreciate that.
Murdered.
Thank you. And that was it. Like, I did a set that I had success with, but I wasn't necessarily completely comfortable enough with it to feel like, oh, I got this. But the room was so packed. And again, my hands got sweaty for the first time in a long time. Like, my heart was racing. Like, and there were so many fucking people in there, and I just went up there, and my one problem is I said pussy like 6 times, and it's like, oh my god, pick another word. But like, I never experienced that before. Like, the entire room was laughing. It was like packed like sardines, and like I crowd worked, and like it just felt incredible. And
That's
like
awesome.
there was a roar of people going onto the stage, and then a louder roar when I was coming off, and I was just like, this is incredible. I want to feel this all the time.
All the time.
And like, I was like vibrating when I got off stage, and like people were like coming up to me and like, you know, talking to me about it and stuff. And like, that was definitely like the most incredible feeling I've had with a crowd ever.
And it's just it's so addicting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even if you go up there, have a bad set, quote unquote bad set.
Right. What
you know
you
what
think
I'm
is a bad set.
Exactly. Where
Depends.
you weren't as good as you thought you wanted to be.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I'm so low, I'm so low, I'm so low. Then you go that next fucking week
Yeah.
with a vengeance. And you're just
Yeah.
like, there's no way I can bomb because I'm not gonna. And you get up there and just absolutely murder. And you're just like, holy fuck, this feels so good.
Yeah,
It's like the
yeah.
highest of highs, the highest of highs.
Confidence is super key. You know what I mean?
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Consistency also. Where it's
Like-
just like,
Yeah.
Friday night, I couldn't sleep until probably 2 a.m.
Oh yeah,
I was
it's
just
electrified.
Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Jazzed up. And it's like, and it's so just, I mean, it's just like an out of body experience.
Yeah.
Because some sets you just fucking black out.
Yeah.
Where it's just like you're up there doing your fucking thing, you hit a flow state, and everything goes so perfect. You're just like, I'm gonna do this until I die.
Yeah. I totally understand that. Like that same night, like, because I try to play off of the comics that go before me sometimes.
Of course.
Like,
Oh, for sure.
not in the sense that I'm like gonna do your bit, but I would like to make a comment about it. And like on the spot, I was like, like everybody's talking about pussy, but like I eat it too. God damn it! I just like mine grass fed. Like, and it never came out of my mouth until that moment, and it worked so well. And I like haven't said it again since.
Nice.
And I don't know why. I just haven't. I wrote it down, but like. That's the thing that I love the most is when you can do that and it works.
Right.
And it's so fun.
There's so much stuff that I write down in the moment, and then like 2 more comedians will come on, and the moment's passed, and I'm sure it would still be funny.
Yeah.
But it's just the moment's passed.
Yeah.
It's like I can't. I don't want to go back.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's why it's like such a heartbreak when like a massive group of people, especially comedians, just like leave the room, and you're like, okay, well, I'll tell this to Buddha Joe or whoever's hosting, whatever open mic you're at, depends, like Maverick or whoever.
Yep,
but
right.
it's just
Shout
like,
out.
fuck, like, okay, like I'm gonna do it now, and like
Nice.
I've definitely had experiences where I've gone right after a comic and I'll say something about their set and they're like outside fucking off in the alley.
Yeah.
I'm
I
like,
feel
well,
like-
I'll tell you guys.
I feel like I'd be pretty good for a host position because I'd have that opportunity to go up right after everybody. But like, yeah, there are some occasions where you're ready to go up right after the next comic.
Yeah.
A few minutes goes by, the moment's gone. Maybe the
Exactly.
host made a comment similar.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, what am I,
I know,
gonna
the
do
timing.
now? You want to hear new shit? Well, there it was.
Right. I had this like really good bit in my head like 15 minutes ago, and I just really want to say it.
So you do have experience with hosting so many fucking shows.
Yes.
And I gotta say, would you rather open a show for some big comics, or would you rather be like the host for the show? Obviously, you kind of want to be the host, right?
I don't know.
Because
I think if
opening
it
is
was-
just like bing, bang, bong.
I think if it was just, but I think if it was an experience of like a big comic or something like that, I would just want to be able to enjoy the ride and just open for them.
Nice.
Because at least for me, there's like so much that goes into planning and being a part of it. Like I feel like when I'm hosting, I'm a part of the show in a different way. Like I'm hyper fixated on everything that's happening during the show, and when like I do my set, I'm like, I'm just gonna do a really good set and then I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the show and it's gonna be great, and that's it. Because like I enjoy hosting, it's fun, but it's definitely not something I want to do forever. Like I enjoy the energy of it, and like being able to kind of like curate the show in its own way, but I really enjoy just doing my own thing.
Right. And the thing about like hosting is you gotta stay loved more than the guests, just a little bit. You know what I mean? You want them to be. You gotta keep coming up, so you don't want the crowd to be against you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
From
it's
the
so
rip
important too to like save the room.
Yeah.
Because like people will go up there and you just like watch the energy suck out of the room. You're like, okay, it's time to fucking bring this back up to the fucking surface of things and like bring them back in, and hopefully it works out.
That's where that improv comes in for sure.
Yeah.
And so I used to have this nasty habit of making fun of the hosts. And I got booed one time, and I've never made fun of a host since.
I don't want to get booed.
No, it was like things you don't forget, getting booed your first time.
Yeah.
And I had this dude just sit in the front row, and Damien saw me almost go to a dark place. I didn't go there.
So close.
Very close.
I was very close. He goes, literally 3 people in the front row just go, boo.
Oh no.
And I looked at him like this. I was just like, fuck you. And
The fuck you came out.
And I literally just went to a dark, not like fucking crazy. I wasn't gonna call anything crazy out, but I literally was just like, I know your vehicle's outside type deal.
You're like, no, don't do that.
Yeah, and I was just like, well, booing at an open mic is so wild. It's like we're there to just like work out. Like it's like following like a pregnant lady around the gym and being like, hey, you pig, what are you doing? Like it's just like you don't want to fucking hear that.
Extreme
and it's just like,
example.
Sorry, I don't know.
It took me a second to process that. I'm like, whoa.
I don't know. She's just trying to stay healthy. You know what I mean? And that's me up there. I'm just trying to stay healthy. I'm just trying to stay healthy. And these dudes are just like, boo, with their fucking Westfield State mustaches. Yeah, shout the fuck out. I remember you.
It's patchy. It's
Holy
straggly.
shit.
It's bald. It's not giving.
Wow, this has been a ride. This has been an amazing night. Thank you.
I've had a blast.
Hey,
This
this has
awesome.
been fun.
Yes. Plus, you guys are so complimentary. I'm gonna go home and be like, oh my god. I like in the word of Chaperone, I'm your favorite comic's favorite comic.
Facts. Big facts.
Staying humble, staying cute, staying well fed, staying hydrated.
Here we go.
Hey, so plug your dates. Where can people see you soon?
Yeah, so you can see me this Friday, or I don't know when this is premiering, but I'm going to be at Bishop's on October 5th, and I'm going to be on the Dial C for Comedy show. There's going to be a bunch of really great comics, and then I have other shows at the end of the month that I'm blanking on the dates. I think I'm actually also on the show on the 11th, now that I'm thinking about it.
Let's go.
Possibly.
Yes.
I'll get back to you on that. And then there's definitely another show, October 25th at the Majestic Saloon. It's going to be spooky.
Nice.
Yes. And then, of course, my play will be debuting October 25th at City Space. And it's going to be like a feedback show. So we're going to perform it for a crowd, and then we'll get feedback afterwards.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
October 25th.
Yeah.
Open space.
City
East Hampton.
Space. City Space. It's not open.
All right, City Space, East Hampton.
Yeah.
And is that like a you gotta pay for tickets or?
Yeah, so I believe tickets are $10 to $15 right now.
Perfect.
You can buy tickets online
Super
at
cheap.
cityspace.com.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Coming out, support local arts.
Yeah, it's gonna
For
be
real.
at 7
Don't forget-
p.m.
Your most favorite, most famous people started where we're at.
Yeah.
100%.
So come
Yeah.
out, support everybody you can, and shit, we might just fucking do this damn thing. Are we
Yeah.
right? Are we right?
Our names are gonna be in marquees.
That's dope. So, last thing to wrap it up.
Yeah.
What's your social media? Where can people follow you?
My social media is at Pastor Paquin on Instagram. That's Pastor like God, and then my last name Paquin, Paquin. You'll know it when you see a bad bitch in front of a rainbow mirror.
Let's go.
I mean, yeah, that's City Space.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know that
That's
building.
City Space. You should pull up my Instagram.
Pastor Paquin.
Pastor Paquin.
Paquin,
Also,
sorry.
it's Paquin. Paquin.
Paquin.
Yes, it's a public account. You can see me post funny things.
Just
if
like
you
that.
if you see a screenshot,
IG.
yeah, it's all one word.
Add IG.
If you see a close up of my face, like full nostrils, like that's probably gonna be a silly little something from me. Nope.
You're in images, bro. Go to search.
I'm none of those men, I promise.
There we go. Right here.
Oh, there I am. Yeah.
Awesome. Let's go.
That's me. Let's get it to 1,000 followers.
Let's do it.
I accept
Pump
bots.
it up.
Awesome. You can close that out.
There you
Everybody,
go.
thank you so much for tuning in.
Nostrils.
Thank
you. I love you. Don't forget to donate to my hotline. It's Bad Bitches United 413. Also, hugs not drugs unless they're uppers.
Hey.
And yeah. Don't forget the moons and Gatorade this month. Our periods are going to be bad.
Yo, Alex, we love you so much.
I love you guys
Thanks for
too.
coming on. It was really
Absolutely.
fun. Really
Thanks for
fun.
having
Awesome.
me.
This is Move the Mic podcast. Have a
Move
good
the
one.
mic.
Hit the red button.